Always looking forward to the future.
Always staring directly at the audience, never blinking apart from when I do.
Oh yeah, you do have a blink animation. Yeah, the eyes go narrower. As blinking sometimes could be translated as. I'm blinking too much now. Welcome to Blood Bald. Woo! It's not a spooky time. It's just warm.
For us Warhammer nerds, especially vampiric in nature, the sun is spooky.
Yep. I mean, look how pale and white Paul is looking. That's from not going outside.
True, and you might think that's just because I'm lazy and couldn't be bothered to find a skin tone when I made this animated avatar. No, that's about as white as I normally am.
True to life. True to life. Last week we have had an update to all of the factions, pretty major update, which was also fixing a lot of the things that they should have fixed the month previous when it came to changing the codexes and rules from 10th edition to 11th edition. There's still a lot of problems. How many command points can you generate in a battle round, Paul?
They changed that, didn't they? Well, in the event packs they did.
Yeah, in the event packs. So if you're playing in the singles tournament, the doubles tournament, the Dominatus event, or the teams tournament, it's a maximum of 1 per battle round. Otherwise, it's as many as you like. Which is good for Guard and Admech players, because all of their units that spend a command point on a 5+, they can get another command point. A lot of them, not every unit, but Voxcasters.
That's really unfair as well, because Guard are an A-tier army, so realistically they shouldn't be getting that much bonus stuff.
I never watched that stream, but already I know the memes.
I never watched it either. It's just a very funny meme. I had an idea for a video, but I figured it would take me too long for it to still be relevant. So I'm obviously making the joke here well after it's relevant in a podcast that's going to be even later. Where I just do a bunch of different quick tier lists, but every single one Guard is in A.
Yeah, best models, yeah, definitely Guard. Yeah. Oh, best upgrade sprue available now. Definitely.
Like, how good would this faction be at skateboarding? Guard or A-tier.
Yeah, not everything has been updated. Oh yeah, the thing you complained about before. When there's a change to detachments in the faction pack, they don't tell you what the rule used to be.
That'd be nice, GW. Like I quite happy that in the MFM they had like a thing that says updated, forced disposition to change, to show that it changed. Obviously they didn't tell you what it was before, but at least they have like a wording there. Or if they remove the like if multiple units cost more, they have a thing for that saying that's been removed. But they still don't tell you what it was before, which is just a bit annoying. Like a change log would be great. Change this rule to this. Like just have change this rule from blah 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 to blah blah blah, and even have a strike through if you need to, just to be able to make it easy for people who are less familiar with stuff to understand what's going on. Because I did a stream where I reviewed some stuff and I went through, it's like, yep, that's changed. Don't know what it was before, and you know, I'm not going to have to look up everything. So
yeah, there's been some annoying stuff. A lot of people freaked out for the sisters because they saw that the one of the enhancements in the Penitent Host lets you join Repentia. They deleted the rule that says you can join Repentia. But in the Munitorum Field Manual website, it has a little tag underneath saying, you know, you can attach to Repentia. Why not just have it in both? It's fine.
Yeah. To be the horrible defender for a second, like the fact that there's been a fair amount of changes, it's only been a month, like, and they're obviously continuing to make sure, like, for the first 3 months they're like committing to making sure they get all those changes in quickly is quite nice. Otherwise we would have had to wait for like the 3 months in with all of these problems, right? So at least there are quicker turnaround, and for most people, like even myself, I've still only played like 3 or 4 games of 11th, so it hasn't really been that detrimental to have.
I think I'm on my 20th game.
Yeah, so obviously people who are playing lots and lots of games, it's annoying as hell. But I think it's still nice that at least they are changing stuff and reacting a bit quicker. I think they just need to now tidy it up. I'm kind of trying to not play as much in these first few months because I know obviously loads and loads of stuff is going to change, and for Space Marines there's probably a codex on the horizon as well.
Yep, should be the end of September.
So I'm not going too hard myself, just so I don't like, 1, burn myself out, and 2, get used to something which is going to change. So I'm able to kind of ride this more, but that doesn't excuse some of the jank. Like some of it we'll get to, where it's some very, very funny things that have come up.
Yeah, I found it more annoying for new players, especially when they bought the rule book and that's never had the full core rules in it. And then the core rules have changed. and other things have been added. And it's like, oh yeah, did you know that this and that with Torrent? Oh, Torrent can't use precision anymore. Don't know where that came from. Why that's a thing.
It's that disconnect between the app and the actual, and like the PDFs and the actual core rules, right? The actual physical book is never going to update because that's whatever. I think obviously they're trying to transition more to the app-based thing. You know, try to keep that as the
main rules.
The main rules, and keep that update because it's easy to update, and everyone, you know, you guys will have phones, right? There's obviously a process breakdown somewhere where the people updating the app and the people updating the PDFs are not in sync, and there's then that contention there, and whether that's because they're trying to do monthly updates, and you know, bear in mind, like with these monthly updates, you still got to do like the translations and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna have everything done like 2 weeks beforehand.
So there's a lot that goes into this, a lot of process that goes into this, but I think that process is not fit for what they're trying to do with the monthly thing. Hopefully, as we go through the edition, because they were doing it in 10th, right? Like 10th was getting better with the updates and with the app. Hopefully, as we get through 11th, that'll improve even more. Yes, it's annoying that it's taking, by the end of 11th, it'll be like 6 years to get to that point, and you know, small
and
small,
then you delete it all.
Small boohoo indie company, whatever. But you know, it's like it's annoying, but it's on the right path, and I'm happy to be more patient because I'm lazy.
I can always play other games.
Exactly. I could always go put my head in a bucket. That's always fun.
I was worried you were going to say go outside.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No. Let's not do that.
Oh, disgusting. Anyway, speaking of going outside, let's go outside my comfort zone and just tell you which are the best and worst units, despite the fact that I barely know any armies.
Yay! And I own most of the armies, but don't play that many of them. I still haven't played Chaos Space Marines, and I do usually play quite a lot of Chaos Space Marines. But this is every faction's best and their worst unit.
Yep, and obviously, as we are on the internet, as we are YouTubers, our word is final. And if you don't like it, complain to your local subreddit.
Oh, you could also make your own podcast and say, how dare they say that this is the best unit, the A tier unit, when it's clearly not.
I think our goal for the end of this episode is to be banned in every single subreddit for every single faction.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Cool. All right.
Annoy every faction in some way. Right. I'm not doing Legends units, but only because the worst unit for every faction would be in Legends. They're very undersupported in rules. There's no update in their points, even between the editions. So they're going to be worse off. If you compare any like Space Marine Legends unit to its very similar equivalent in the main rules, either their rules are different or their points are so far out.
Yeah. Or there's that one Legends unit which is absolutely insanely broken that we don't know about that actually would be the best. There's probably
I've got one of them in my list.
There you go.
Yeah, they're fun to take. You can still play with Legends, and in 11th edition they are match play because there is only one way to play. So you can use Legends everywhere unless they're specifically banned, which only some tournaments are doing in 11th edition. Otherwise, most of them are saying it's anything that's match play, so more tournaments are open to Legends units now.
Yes, good. That means it doesn't matter if Centurions go to Legends.
Unless they're going to say something stupid like, you have to submit your army list on the 40k app, which is just a great way to annoy people. Really, what we're waiting on is the update to Warpedia and other different rule sources, rather than Games Workshop. Right, updates and things have happened to the Sisters. So, best unit, I like the Exorcist. It went down in points at the start of the edition. It's a great indirect fire gun. You can fire it directly. There's an enhancement in the Chorus of Condemnation to reroll the number of hit rolls. Well, to reroll the number of attacks. So you can not get one attack. You might reroll it into a 2, or vice versa. That's a contender for best unit, but I am a very biased lover of the Exorcist. Junith Erewhita is good. She had the change so that she's no longer blanket -1 to hit, like -1 to hit in combat, or she's got stealth at range, so -1 ballistic skill. Which means there's been a change to one of the stratagems, which doesn't really matter too much. Blinding Radiance only affects infantry units. Whatever unit she joins is going to be infantry. And so you can have her standing out in the open, with stealth, with -1 to hit, -2 to be hit at range. It upsets Imperial Guard players.
Yeah, but everything upsets Imperial Guard players.
Yes, I know. Despite them being an A-tier faction when they should definitely be
Exactly.
able
I
to
mean, they
deal
really
with
should
that.
stop whining about it.
I've not been happy with Imperial Guard since like 9th edition. They got rid of conscripts and special weapon squads and the sanctioned psyker units, and it changed a lot of my Guard army for the worst.
But you deserved it for being a Guard player anyway.
Well, absolutely. Of course.
Of course.
And the other change to the Army of Faith was one of the stratagems is like ignore changes to weapon skill and ballistic skill as an aura. And it also ignores a lot of other modifiers. So any like -1 to wound them, -1 to your strength. Got rid of that, but it's now 2 command points. It wasn't a stratagem I was overly using. People should not think that the Army of Faith is gone or useless or not worth taking. It's still the detachment that gives you miracle dice for breathing. Well, you passed a leadership test, have a miracle dice. The enemy failed a battle shock test, have a miracle dice. You shot a thing, have a miracle dice. People are freaking out and saying the detachment's dead, and I'm like, everything is cheaper to compensate, and I wasn't really heavily invested in those stratagems anyway. So Junith could be the best one. Get a command point, -1 to hit for their unit. Or Seraphim are pretty awesome. Hand flamers, very, very scary. They drop in, they kill things. They're pretty cheap.
They went down in points as well.
They did, yes. I had so many Seraphim on my army. That's why I've been able to get 55 points back.
Nice. Yeah.
So any of them could be the best. Do you have a best Sisters unit?
I have a love of Paragon Warsuits, but I don't know how good they are at the moment. They've always been good with Morven Val. They seem to be in every list. So whether that's still a case in 11th, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who think I cannot play 2,000 points without Morven Val and Paragon Warsuits. Morven Val went up to 200 points, and people are thinking of what else they can cut to keep that unit in. Alternatively, you could have 2 units of Paragon Warsuits.
Yeah, that unit total is 380 now.
Then you need to add multi-melters.
Oh yeah, add multi-melters, so 380 plus 30. I can't possibly work that out. It's like 410. It's a good unit. But I think that's kind of like the one that, even as someone who doesn't play Sisters but knows of them, that's the one that I see all the time. The other one I saw a lot in 10th, I don't know if it's still the same in 11th, is Sanctifiers when they came out. They seem to have a lot of fancy stuff, because that's the kill team that has a lot of like fancy weird stuff, like a weird ass flamer that seems to be far too good.
Yeah, they've got special flamers and things. They're quite useful because they've got scout, they've got a lot of torrent weapons, it's an easy overwatch. They more or less replace Dominions in a lot of lists, not all the lists. I still prefer Dominions. Better armor save, and there's a reactive move.
Yeah.
But the Sanctifiers were quite useful. They're not taking that necessarily every list. There are other options.
Yeah, and flamers in 11th are better because they are with Overwatch not allowing you to reroll hits or anything. Anything that used to really like love overwatching, like Centurions or Defilers,
or anything that's shooting at Oath of Moment,
anything shooting at Oath of Moment, that's no longer a thing. So flamers are where you want your Overwatch to be.
With snap shooting, can you do reroll wound rolls?
I believe you can,
yeah, so Defiler's still doing a nasty thing.
Yeah, fortunately they did fix the bloody Thousand Suns one, because that was absurd, because it was 4 up with Overwatch. Even without rerolls, that's disgusting.
Right. Yeah, great. That is my pick for top 1,000 Suns, but it's still on Sisters. Yes, Morven Val, Paragon Warsuits, pretty good. The problem is you need them both together. The Paragon Warsuits by themselves are not great. Morven Val is not someone you take alone. So that's why I like many other units. Yeah. There's a lot of A-tier units in the Sisters.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of those common ones. I think they're the deadest ones I like. I think your stuff you're saying makes sense. So what do you think the worst one is?
The Dogmata. It's still the Dogmata. There are very similar points to the Palatine and the Canoness, but way worse combat. Their ability is increase objective control, and enemies within, I think, 6 inches are -1 to their leadership.
Yay.
It's not great. They're a
great.
support character, so you can add them with other things, but something like Dialogus gives you better leadership and loads more and is cheaper. You can, they're potentially usable if you want to try and work around them, but that's trying to make a bad unit, any bad unit, workable. You're better off making a good unit even better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I have anything to add. I don't know which one the worst one here is. Dogmaster seems to be the one that, yeah, I've heard a lot is not great. Sisters, in it?
It's sisters. I do know my sisters. Would you like to pick the next faction?
Let's go Custodies, because I'm going alphabetically.
I was thinking
lazy.
that you might, yes.
I love alphabetical because it just means that no one gets any preference. It's the order that they are spelled. There's quite a lot of good units in Custodies.
They're very similar, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of good units because they're all basically the same. Wardens got cheaper, which scares me.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Alaris Custodian Terminators. Are they the ones that can split in one detachment? I know that's thinking one detachment, but still.
They're the split-in ones. The Wardens are the ones that get the 4 at Feel No Pain once per game, which is just a nightmare. Like, if you have... Like, you can very easily just blunt a lot of damage, get them in, and then have it again. So I'm always wary of Wardens. Weirdly, the other really good unit from Custodes is not even a Custodes unit. Inquisitor Draxus, because she's everywhere. She does so much for Custodes. Like, one of the lists I played against at the end of 10, no Custodes characters, only Agents characters. Which is
Calidus Assassin, Draxus, yeah?
No, it was Draxus and Croyle.
Oh, Croyle. Oh, yes, of course, very end, yeah. Full rerolls to hit. Okay.
Yeah, Croyle did cool. But Draxus is everywhere. Every time I've played against Custodes, Draxus has been there.
Yeah, people seem to really overestimate what Croyle can do. But it seems cool.
Yeah. So if it works, it's great, but it never works.
I just like that they can split. If they're not splitting the Terminators, then yes, it's going to be those Wardens are probably the best unit.
Yeah. The Custodian splitting is just there for... You get... display of might, and you go, oh, I have 1 unit in no man's land. Oh wait, no, I have 6. And you go, well, there you go. Yeah.
You can also hold multiple objectives towards the end of the game if you haven't got sticky objectives.
Yeah, they're very good when they split. And they can up you downing themselves once per game, so you can just go, okay, now I have 6 things that can go anywhere they want. Yeah.
So, are you playing Reconnaissance suddenly? It might be an idea.
The 2 recon detachments are Silent Hunters and Null Maiden Vigil. Which unfortunately is not the one that splits. I believe that is Talons. Well, it's Lions actually. It's Lions or Talons.
Lions of the Emperor, I think.
Yeah, so Lions are 2 DP, so at least you can take Silent Hunters just to get recon. It's Destruction actually normally, which is probably okay. Although the other thing I really, really like and what I would play Custodians for is playing Solar Spearhead and just going full Dreadnought. Because they're just cool. I love a Talaman heavy Dreadnought.
Yeah, it's taken hold as the disposition. I know people seem to be thinking of the dispositions more than the detachments. I'm still focusing on the detachment more than the disposition.
Yeah, I think some people are... I've seen it so some lists have been made around like the detachment, like the idea of it, and then going, well, I'm trying to play this disposition that just doesn't work with the idea. I think people trying to do take and hold Shadowmark and still using what is essentially a recon Shadowmark list is a bit weird. But then a lot of lists I've seen kind of just devolve to, I mean, I can get all my points in like 3 turns, so I'm just going to kill you first and then go and get my points.
Well done, Paul. You figured out 11th edition. I got the same thing. Kill the enemy, then score.
Yeah, my current list is just, it's take and take. I just take the hold. I don't need to hold, I just need to take. I'm just going to take your head, clean off your body, and then I win.
And it's not even to purge the foe.
No.
It's fun when you're playing like Take and Hold or Reconnaissance and your opponent's like, they're going to be sneaky, they're going to stay away, and I go straight for you and kill you. And like, but I'm Purge the Foe. What's happening here? Worst unit. It's probably the Prosecutors for the Sisters of Silence. They're 1 wound, toughness 3, and their special rule is devastating wounds and precision against psychic enemies.
Yeah. I have a problem with the Sisters of Silence. And that is, recently I learned that there's a lot of other cool Sisters of Silence options, like in the lore, that aren't models, and why not? I've learned some lore, and now I'm upset. Now I understand why lore people are upset. Yeah, the Sisters, they're really cool in the background, and then you put them on the table, and it's like, well, this is just a battle sister. Yeah, there's ones with like hyper flamers. There's ones with like dogs. Like, where are they? Please,
Doggies.
we have the same model 3 times, and they're all slightly different, but not really. Like, you can do some cool stuff here.
There's not
But
too
yeah,
much going for them, really.
Yeah, because the Witch Seekers are the flamer ones. Is that right?
Yes,
Or they the-
and they can scout.
Yeah, the Vigilators
Have the swords,
are the swords.
and then the prosecutors have bolters.
Yes. So, yeah, I think it probably is the Prosecutors. I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe like the Ares gunship, just because who has an Ares gunship? I mean, apart from that one guy I saw who had an Ares gunship, or maybe it was an Orion assault dropship. I mean, they're pretty good. They're just massive and they cost an insane number of points.
Yeah,
They're fun though. I think the thing is,
points.
Prosecutors are not good and they're not that interesting.
Yeah, other than hey, it's a throwaway unit to throw on an objective, but they don't have sticky
Yeah.
objectives. I think you're right there. Okay, should we do Admech?
Yeah, Admech. Now, my favorite is the Castellan robots, whether they're good or not. Not
They
really.
are pretty good.
I think they're good as like, I think one unit is good now, but I don't think you can really do what I'd want to do, which is just max
An army
max
of
punchy
Castellan
boys.
robots. It's a nice idea, and they've all got the little, the old plug-in punch cards. That's how I imagine it. Other people think of it as like floppy disks. It depends how old you are and what to you is considered old technology.
Yeah, it's they're Betamax, put them in, or VHSs or something.
Yeah, you got to wind the tape, then you put in the VHS tape. It's like, I'm firing gun today.
Yeah, they're an outdated medium like DVDs or something.
Or owning a game.
Or owning anything, really. I mean, maybe that's what Castellan robots are. They're a subscription service. That's what the Cybernetica Datasmith is. He's actually just the guy who gives you he's the person you share the password with for the Castellan robot Netflix.
I see. Will Games Workshop do rent a box? They're already doing rules that are temporarily valid, or at least with Legends, they should stick around, just not supported or updated, which is what was annoying about Imperial Agents in the Q&A when they said, hey, you're not getting deleted. They will absolutely continue.
Hey, the one thing they did in this update is make Imperial Agents a real thing. They actually allowed them to be.
You are permitted to exist.
You are permitted to exist, and you can even have more than one detachment, which is
in an
insane.
army, depending on the game size.
The only thing they did that's better than that is allowed you to also play Titans, because they gave them a disposition.
Yes, take an old disposition.
So now they can play 11th, which is very
we
funny.
can do Titans next.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, Iron Striders are good.
Iron Striders are just everywhere. They're so good for what they do. I know obviously they get a premium for the las cannon, but there are a lot of shots. They're sustained. You can get them a lot of buffs. They're fast. They're
not
pretty
too
tanky.
expensive.
They're very good, honestly.
Yeah, they're probably the best one. And then
I think they're
worst
probably the best.
unit might be the Archocopter.
Yeah, I mean, it's flyer, right? Flyers are just...
Yeah.
Oh, the other best unit is the Sidonian Scatros, obviously. Got to make sure I get Leggy Boy in there. Although he might actually be better now that precision is better. Although it's still low volume precision, which is
you tend to need a lot of precision.
But still, he's cool. He should have plunging fire. And I believe that if I manage to get my model to work on a table without falling over, mine should get hyper plunging fire.
+2 to hit?
It just auto hits.
Auto hits.
It can see everything.
And the barrel is so long,
Room.
It just points it down and touches the top of your head.
Yeah, he's got like wiggly legs, so he can just like fold himself down and just like smack you in the head with the gun.
Power strike.
Yeah, any flyers are usually not great. I think the Admech ones have never been that good.
I don't think so. I don't think there was ever a time when it's like, oh yeah, I really want to take this.
Yeah.
The models look okay if you're into that Da Vinci stuff.
I even like the humble, I believe it's the Rangers, the ones that give sticky objectives. Like they're pretty good.
Absolutely fine.
There's a lot to like about Admech if you have a PhD. Otherwise, just get some Castellan robots and punch a guy. That's my thought there.
You can do Horde pretty well, but Horde, it's so many models. And they're so fragile, and 40k Admech is not 30k Admech. They're about as different as Mechanicus 1 and Mechanicus 2.
Yeah, if you want to do Horde, you kind of have to go get yourself a loan, because they are expensive for how much you get.
Yeah.
Or again, just fill them with something like Astra robots, which are expensive points wise.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's AdMech. So Titans. I think the Warhound Titan is the best Titan because of the points.
The Warhound Titan, it's the only one who paid 2,000 points, but it's still not great.
No, not particularly. And
Titans
the
are fun.
Warlord Titan is too expensive. I've fought one of them before in Apocalypse games, and you'll be surprised how few guns it has.
Yeah, I feel like they should make the Reaver 2,000 on the nose. At least that's another one you could bring.
Is it like
And then it's
2,100?
It's two. Although is this the Chaos one?
The points are the
Chaos
same.
one is 2,200. The regular one is probably also 2,200, I assume.
Yes, this is also Chaos Titans because you just add the word Chaos.
2 for 1 on there. Yeah, I mean, Warhound is still cool, but it is a bit silly. I mean, you can still win with it if you kind of build around it, but they're a fun gimmick. They're a fun spectacle that you can bring around and have a fun with, or go over to the Titans Owners Club at the back of every like big event in the UK and share your experience of playing with your big boy models over there.
Have some friends there, yeah. It's not like the Knights. I think Knights do the same because generally their games are over much quicker because you have about 5 models.
Mm.
Did I ever tell you about the event I went to where a Knight player put a chess clock on the table and he said, just to keep us honest so we each have an equal amount of time? I was like, no, don't be stupid. You have 6 models. I have 160. One of our movement phases is going to take longer than the other.
I should have done that when I was doing my Centurions, my 36 Centurions. I was like, just to keep us honest, then go, okay, my turn 1, I moved everything 4 inches. That was 2 seconds, your turn. Just put it as a joke, but then go, we're not actually using that. The only time people have brought a clock out for play against me is when they're the person with the horde. And they're like, I need to keep myself honest with this clock because I am playing
like against yourself.
A Genestealer Cults player and a
Guard player, Admech player.
It was an Admech player. The Guard players played against usually pretty quick. Because they're 8 here, so they know what they're doing.
Movement trays, die quickly.
Was just like, you've got 80 Centurions, I've got 100 models that can all come back. I will clock myself, and I'm like, thank you.
It just takes long. You don't get equal time. It's just the turn should be done within a set time.
Yeah.
Get more thinking time, I suppose, if you really want. But yeah.
Yeah, I played against the quickest game I had was 36 Centurions against 5 Knights. That game lasted less than an hour. It was very funny.
Is that where you died quickly or they died quickly? Because I
died very quickly.
Right.
It was basically a coin flip. It was either I was going to make my advance and charge and kill 2 Knights, or I wasn't. And I didn't.
And
so
didn't.
there you go. Yeah. If the dice had gone the other way, I would have killed 2 Knights in turn 1, been in his deployment zone, and he would have lost in an hour. But instead, I didn't. He killed all my stuff, and I died, which was fine.
It happens. So let's do Imperial Knights. There's so many different kinds. Now, I know Armigers, I don't want to say Armigers are the worst because they're still rather useful, but they have to be near to other knights to get a lot of bonuses.
Yeah. Which I think I've played against a lot of Chaos Knights, and the War Dogs there are actually genuinely really good.
Yeah, maybe War Dogs are different.
Maybe it's like the Acastus ones, like because they're so I barely ever see them. They're so expensive. I don't really know why. Like they're like the halfway house between that and a Titan, and I've never really seen them be used. Asterius or the Porphyrion. They're also annoying to say.
Oh, Porphyrion. That's not too bad. It's got super las cannons, like 2d6, d6 mega las cannon, strength 18 minus 4 d6 plus 6. But it is 700 points.
Yeah.
It may be the other Acastus that's not the good one.
Yeah, the thing is, the best one is the Knight Lancer, 100%. It's so good. I love a Knight Lancer. It's got the aura, it's got style, it's got a 4-up invuln at all times, even in melee. It's got a big pokey stick. It's got a assault weapon.
Strength 20, yeah, 8 damage.
It's just awesome. I love. I still need to get a Knight Lancer into my Scream of Raymond list at some point. I own one. I haven't built it yet, but I
did you get it for Christmas?
I did, yeah.
And we now have an update to it to say when it says tank shock is 0 command points, it means crushing impact.
Yes. Speaking of, I did enjoy the fact that they had to change one of the orc.
Yeah, I mentioned that one of the bully boys is called Crushing Impact.
Best change in the data sheet. It's just one of those ones that's just in there. It's just like, yes, you didn't even really have to call this one out because it's just a name change, but it's very funny.
It's on my list of index errors, but army like 40k errors for 11th edition. There were just so many, Paul. There's so many.
Oh, actually, speaking of, we should probably go back very quickly to Imperial Knights because people will probably say, hey, you forgot to mention something. That new halfway house knight, the Destroyer.
Yeah.
That's very good because it's so quick.
It's quite good. It still has to hit something, do enough damage, and if there's a good screen, something relatively cheap, it can't necessarily shoot through it and charge something beyond. So it also dies much quicker than any other knight because it is smaller.
Yeah.
It's kind of useful. It can be thematic.
Again, a halfway one, which I think is quite nice that you can throw that forward, have it as something that's like, you have to deal with this now. And if you don't, it's going to be a problem. If you do, okay, I've got my big knights behind it that are now going to cause problems.
Right. Thinking of knights, I know there's Chaos Knights. We should do Chaos Knights. Chaos
Knights, because there are differences in Chaos Knights. And the best is the Chaos Knight Lantern now. I won't do the same for the both. I really like the Despoiler. That's the big cannon guy. He's cool. Big cannons. Blah, blah, blah. Rampage is also fun. The Abominant is interesting, and the Ruinator, which is the new one. I think Despoiler because of either the Gatling Cannon or the Battle Cannons are both very, very good.
Yeah, and the aura of improved leadership and objective control if you have War Dogs nearby are good.
Yeah.
So the worst one, I don't think we can say any of the War Dogs are the worst. Because they're all rather good.
They're all. Yeah, I can't remember which one's which. I know the Carnivore and the Huntsman, I think, are the ones that I use quite a lot. Executioner is the double guns, I think.
I think the Brigand is the double gun.
The Moirax is the only one that costs more for your third.
Yeah, the Moirax isn't great.
Maybe it's the Moirax.
It might be. It's an Imperial Armor one.
If you say something with confidence and you're wrong, the comments will just tell you. And so if you want to know the actual answer, just go read the comments. And their opinions are obviously correct.
You're the one that plays against Chaos Knights. I have not played against Chaos Knights in like
but Steve just brings a Despoiler every time. A Despoiler, a Rampager, and an Abominant and goes yeet. And I'm like, well, good yeet, Steve.
What, is the game over already?
Yeah, usually I go, haha, oh, I've overextended. Whoops, that was dumb.
Oh, well. You get to try different things, see if it hurts a knight. It's a good test of the army. Right, good, that'll do. Yeah, the Moirox, not an amazing one for sure.
Yeah, it's a weird name, I don't like it.
And it's an old Imperial Armor one. It could stick around, I don't know if they'll remake it in... I don't know if they've done it in plastic. Might still be an expert kit. Speaking of big knights, going to Eldar, I think the worst thing they've got is the Wraith Knight with the heavy Wraith cannons. Oh, how the mighty have fallen in the past 3 years. 400 points with its Wraith cannons, when like everything can tow into an area terrain and see through it and out of it. Being towering is not that much of an advantage. It already has a good hit roll, so it doesn't necessarily need the +1 to hit from being within 12 inches.
Yeah. It's a real shame, because Wraith Knights are cool as hell.
Yeah, I've never really liked the whole changing to knight thing, because sometimes it's, oh, well, I've got an army of knights. Can you fight me? No, then I guess the game was over before we even put models on the table.
Yeah. I just like the whole Wraith aesthetic across the board. All the Wraiths, from Blades to Guards to Lords to Knights. I like them all. I think the worst is Jane Czar, because I want to say it's the worst and hope that people believe me so they stop bringing Jane Czar, because she's terrifying. So Jane Czar and Fugan, both terrible. If you're an Aeldari player, don't use them. They're really bad.
Fugan, absolutely the worst, yeah. But Jane Czar, I could see, definitely gotten worse, because Fight First is not as good as it once was.
No, but she still is an absolute blender.
Yes.
And if she gets to your face, she will kill you. Fugan against me specifically is bad because I've played against Fugan 3 times, and every single time he's rolled a 1 to get back up. So I have a buff against Fugan specifically.
Good stuff. For the best unit, it might be Fire Dragons, generally specifically with Fugan, but Fire Dragons are very good.
There's a lot of good units, but they're all just like, they're quite expensive as well, which is kind of one of the things.
Welcome
but Fire
to
Dragons are
Eldar.
very, very good.
Warlock Conclave is good, especially in the Seer Council, where you can teleport a unit. You could have them maybe with some Storm Guardians drop in, and there's a lot of Flamers that auto hits. Good Overwatch as well.
Yeah, there's nothing really that's like you can basically make anything work except maybe like the flyers, but that's kind of cheating. Like most of the stuff in here works pretty well. There's nothing that like stands out as being like, oh, that's like not good, because they have a lot of options. It's a lot of very different options. So you can really kind of
you've got to specialize. That's how Eldar work.
Yeah, it's really good at being specialized. So anything can be kind of assessed based on its specialization. So if you go into the Seer stuff, that becomes better. The Wraith stuff becomes better in the Wraith side. The Harlequin stuff becomes better in the Harlequin side.
There's so many Harlequin detachments.
Eldari are cool. And I think apart from, like Flyers or like the Knights, or I guess actually because it's here in the MFM, the Phantom Titan, which you can't use. That's all kind of thing. Maybe like Shadow Weaver platform. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. For me, the worst thing is the stuff I've never heard of, and therefore clearly isn't being used. Although it seems kind of cool. It's got indirect fire. But it's kind of weak. But it can join Guardian Defenders. I don't know. Seems cool.
I like Guardian Defenders.
Yeah.
And I do put a cannon with it. I think that is the cannon. It's one of the cannons. You can put cannons with them. It's especially good in the Guardian Defender host, which is what I play because I like Ulthway Guardians. Yeah,
because the Guardians themselves have a thing where you can like add. Like one of the things is a platform that comes with it.
Yes, they have their own weapon platform. They can also have another big cannon platform.
Yeah, like Shadow Weaver platform, Vibra cannon platform. I assume D-cannon platform is probably one. That sounds like a sort of thing that will exist.
That's right.
So the D-cannon platform is 110.
Yeah, it's the good one. They used to be all the same unit, and you just pick the weapon. So that became the only one you ever took.
Jesus.
It's a D-cannon.
It is a D-cannon. D-cannons are cool.
Speaking of things that are cool, you know what's not cool? The Imperial Guard.
Hey, but they're A tier. We're gonna hammer that joke so hard into the ground that it's going to make you sick.
Yeah. Well, shadow swords are way cheaper. 375 points for a super blam cannon.
Why are there so many Baneblades? Baneblade, Banehammer, Banesword, Hellhammer, Doomhammer. There's more. Stormlord, Storm Sword, Shadow Sword. Like, why? Why are there so many?
It was a versatile kit, and they could get you to get so many of them. Like, oh, I want one that's got a Gatling cannon on the front, and it's a transport.
Wild.
But I really like the Shadow Sword. It has an amazing gun.
Which one's the one that gives the transport capacity? Is that the Stormlord?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's the one I've seen people try and meme with. But I mean, all of the Baneblade chassis went down, and Baneblades are genuinely pretty good.
Well, strength 24, damage 12 is pretty good.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what else is good in Guard? I mean, nothing apart from, like, I mean, I love Bulgrin. Bulgrin are great.
Bulgrin have been very popular.
The worst is the Rogal Dawn, because the Rogal Dawn.
I do dislike it. I made it hit on 6s, and it still takes ages to go through all of its shots.
Yeah, it once fired at 6 Centurions and didn't kill a single one. I fired back and killed it, which was very funny. But yeah, they're just a bit of a nightmare. I'm trying to think, like, what have I not seen much of? Lord Marshal Dry used to be one of those ones that no one wanted, but he appeared in both of the winning lists that proved that Guard were A tier, so clearly he's okay now.
Or I think it might be Cadians. Like, yeah, they've got sticky objectives if they live long enough to be useful, but they're 75 points for 10, 140 for 20, which is worse. They've got a way worse profile than Orc Boys. They are worse than Neophytes, and you can take Neophytes for cheaper.
Yeah.
So
I think they're one of those ones where it's like, because you can buff them up, they become good, but I think still, 75 is quite expensive.
You've got to do a lot of buffs, and those buffs are units that cost additional points.
Yeah. I mean, that's what people were doing before anyway. Like, I rarely ever saw Cadians on their own, even in 10th when I played against them. They were always with, like, this command squad and another thing. They were always, like, big, like, 27-man units or something stupid.
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't like about Guard this edition. You can't
Yeah, I'd
have
much more
separate
commonly
units
see
and platoons.
Krieg
Yeah,
and
Krieg.
Kassakin running on their own.
Huge. Really, I've seen it the other way, where it's been big blocks of Krieg with command squad and assorted peoples, whereas the Cadians are by themselves because they're useful for just sitting on an objective. If they get shot off at range, it's a sticky objective. And Kanachan's scout forward.
Yeah, I've seen it's been big squad Acadian and then like 3 squads of Kassakin. No, Kassakin, Krieg. Like 3
Yeah.
10 mans of Krieg. And then Scions with the Scion squads and stuff. Is it Scions with the Scion? Is it Tempestus Scions that have the command squad?
The
Still have
Tempestus
command
Scions, yes, they have command squads.
Yeah. So yeah, playing against them where it's like 5 Scions, 5 command squad dudes, and then Kassakin as well.
Yeah, Kazakin are rather good. I know because I play them with Genestealer Cult, and they can order themselves, and they can have 2 orders.
Yeah, exactly. They can drop down all of themselves and just be a nightmare. But they are very flammable.
They are toughness 3. The only drawback I can think recently for the big Baneblades is what Games Workshop did with their money grubbingness. So to charge extra money, what they've done is taken out one of the sponsons sprues, which is now sold separately, and you can get the big box that has the Baneblade in it for, I think, the same price as it was before. So it's worse.
That's fine, because if you're buying Baneblades, then you should have to put in the effort. And by effort, I mean cash money.
Buy an additional thing to go with your many cash monies. Yeah. At this point, I would just say...
I've only like partly seen what is going on. So let me have a look. So it's
they come with one set of sponsons on either side, which is a heavy bolter with a las cannon on top. Then there's a sprue you buy, which is a second las cannon with heavy bolter or heavy flamer sponsons in the inside. Everyone will play it with 2 sponsons because they're free. It doesn't cost any additional points to have 1 or 2 sponsons. Really, just say, hey, you know how this model has just 1 sponson on either side? Pretend it's 2 because I'm not paying extra. Like people do with hunter-killer missiles. I haven't modeled a hunter-killer missile on, but it has a hunter-killer missile.
Yeah, that's a weird one. So and it's not in the Baneblade anymore.
Sold separately.
And then the new thing that they split out
is a second lot of them on each side.
Where do they go, build-wise?
Like slightly further back on the side, or you're generally meant to space them out.
Okay, so meant to look like that. So it's like 1 at the front, 1 at the back.
Yeah.
And you used to get 2 lots per box.
Yeah, so 4 turrets in total.
4 turrets. And you don't anymore.
Now it's 2 and there's a separate sprue.
Like, I understand why you would sell that part separately. Because let's say you are a person who has a Baneblade and you want the second turret. You can just then buy the second turret. To take it out of the original box makes no sense.
It means that, hey, you want the cool, better version? Pay us more money.
Yeah, but then if everyone has already just built it as by the picture with only 1 on the side anyway, then what was the point?
Well, the previous version came with more. So everyone was having 2 sponsons.
Yeah, so...
Deliberate not goodness for money collecting is what it is. Shall we do another faction?
Yes.
Would you like to do Space Marines?
We can do Space Marines.
Well, one of the best units was the Combi Weapon Lieutenant, who is now 95 points. Many people are still including them because they're quite useful, but I think there are a lot of other units.
He's still good, but he's not auto-take, which he's kind of in the right place now.
Might be,
But the fact he was 70 points at 1 point is insane. I don't understand that. I honestly think that the best unit in the Codex is Vulcan Heaston. He is actually insane.
Well, every sub-faction I've got written down, pretty much their character to make their 1 detachment better.
Yeah, but Vulcan Heaston across all of them is, especially now in 11th, where you could just make him pseudo loan up by just going, he's hidden. He is nutso. Like, his abilities are insane. Being able to let your flamers reroll wounds is nuts. He gets 10 OC when he can jump out of land raid and go, okay, I have 10 OC now. Good luck.
Yeah.
And you can't see me because I'm hiding. And then he can point at something and make it do that. He also gives your Infernus Marines OC 2, and in Forge Fathers you can advance and action or shoot an action with Infernus. He is then also 2 up, 4 up. So then with a 4 up, feel no pain on his objective. Leadership 5. Like, and he's 85 points. He's cheaper than Shrike and Shard. He's
cheaper than the combi weapon lieutenant.
Yeah, he's just nuts. He's so good. I don't know how that and the Land Raider Redeemer did not get nerfed. The thing is, like, obviously the two Land Raider and Land Crusaders are 220. The Land Raider Redeemer used to be 280 and got buffed at the start of 11th.
Yes, that's right, with the flamers. Yeah,
and it's just those flamers are so strong now because obviously flamers are always good. And then what loves flamers? Oh, salamanders love flamers. Let's just go salamanders all the time. Like, obviously the problem would be that the Land Raider Redeemer would get nerfed and basically it would then be only okay for salamanders but not really good for anything else. But they kind of did that with the Repulsor Executioner because that was always good in Ultramarines.
I was going to say Scout Squad was the best generic thing that isn't
Scout's also very good.
Sub-faction based, but yeah, the Land Raider Redeemer is also there.
Yeah, I think also there's something else that I thought was very, very good.
Blade Guard are quite good, but it depends if you're using the app version of their rule or the PDF version of their rule. They're different. Yeah,
the Incursors are still good. I think Infiltrators are a bit too expensive now.
12-inch deep strike denial against home objectives isn't as needed.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Like, I like the new Vanguard veterans. Being able to have that choice now.
You have the option to have the Armageddon version. I mean, that
Armageddon version is quite nasty.
Are you doing the new version out of choice?
I am, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm basically going for, again, maximum take. So try and get that 2 damage through. -2 damage through, which is...
I wonder what their rules will be like when the Codex comes out, and if they get their own box. They might just be that unit.
Yeah, I imagine there'll be like Stern Guard, where they'll get their own box with extra fancy stuff.
I would have thought so. Different weapons.
If you could combine the new weapon with shields, that'd be insane. So...
Sword and shield and flying through the sky. Madness.
I know, right?
Like having a thunder hammer and a shield, as you used to do.
Yeah, the best stuff in Space Marines is kind of the best stuff that's always been in Space Marines. It's the Scouts are always there.
Stern Guard is still very, very good. Even if
they're still very, very good.
Lubrarius Conclave thing, they changed the Fusillade enhancement. It gives lethal hits rather than anti-monster, anti-vehicle 5+. I've tried it, it still wrecks things.
Yeah, it's the fact that it would have anti-synergy, obviously because you want the dev wounds, but because you were getting sustained hits, then it's just extra.
Yeah.
It's just extra lethals that you have to save on.
And it's -2 AP because of that, if you're in that doctrine.
If you're close enough,
Mancy.
Which, if you're in Forge Fathers, means they have Assault as well, and then they're also +1 strength.
It's a lot.
I'm not mad. Yeah, all the stuff that was good before. I still think Invicta Tactical Warsuits I did use at the end of 10th, and they did actually do really well for me, but I don't think they're quite as good in 11th now, just because you can't hide them as easy without and then being able to throw them forward, if you see what I mean. But yeah, I think...
I never had too much trouble with them. Yeah. It could occasionally be annoying. They can shoot back, can't they?
Yeah, well, they can shoot back if you shoot a
friendly unit within.
Anything I always use them for was go, here's 125 points of something which is kind of annoying, will probably do some damage, but if you don't deal with it, will punch the tank so hard that it will die, because it's got strength 14 fist for some reason.
Yep.
And in Shadowmark you can advance and charge them because they're Phobos, which is what I would basically do. Like, either like turn 1, in one game against Knights, I advanced and charged one of them and the other one was close enough. I charged them both into a Knight's, I can't remember which one it was.
One of the
like
Knights.
Gallant, I think. No, it was an Atropos, actually. Charged it into an Atropos, and 2 Invicta Tactical Warsuits took it down to 2 wounds with its fists, with Oath. 250 points for that is quite nice. And you kill them both, like, yeah, okay, you killed 2 things that were kind of annoying you. Now the rest of my army can do stuff. But at the moment, they don't fit that role in the current game, which is unfortunate.
So what's the worst unit? Is it still the Hammerfall Bunker?
Oh, you know it is. There really isn't another choice. The Hammerfall Bunker's terrible.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it's stupid. It's so bad.
You could say the Firestrike servo turrets.
At least that moves, and you can make
they do
it
move a little bit, yes.
You can make it a character, and that's funny. Actually, to be fair, another potential candidate for best is Eradicator Squad with heavy bolters. Those things are insane. But how cheap they are.
I haven't tried them.
They are really, really nice at clearing Like,
Are they good horde killers?
they're good. They're good. They're decent horde killers, but it's mostly like they do very very well into stuff like Space Marines.
Well, yes, damage 2, strength 5.
Damage 2, strength 5. So they're really good at that. In one game that I played with them, I had 2 squads of them. They killed 2 spawn, most of a rubric squad, and Araman, who was there with 3 bowgoats, like just on their own. And at the time, they were 70 points each, so they're so cheap. Now they're 80 points, which I think is more fair.
Yeah, they've gone up in points.
Honestly, if you've got like 80 points spare, like they're a pretty good idea to put in. Obviously, they're a very, very different thing to a regular eradicators, which you want to kind of like drop down and absolutely nuke something. These guys can just go, oh, I can just poke out here and like delete a few models over there.
Well, it's something you could have starting on your home objective, getting plunging fire.
Yeah, and you just go, oh, I can see that over there. Get a few shots in. Oh, if you shoot them back, oh, well, it's 80 points. I don't really care that much. You've exposed something for me to kill. Because they're still tanky as well. You know, they're still T6. 3 wounds.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Very nasty. Right, for the sub-factions of Space Marines, if we're ready to move on to them.
Yeah.
For all of the Codex ones, I've generally said their special character that makes their detachment better. Like Vulcan, like Marneus Calgar.
Yeah. The only one that... The Raven Guard is a weird one. Because...
There's 2.
Outside of Shadowmark, Caven is clearly better. Inside Shadowmark, Aethan is better. But Caven is still quite good. They're still... more expensive than Vulcan, which makes no sense. But because Caven outside of Shadowmark still gives the JPI's OC2, which is very, very nice. He still gives Lone Op, which is fine, but also, you know, you can give them hidden if you needed to. It does mean that when Caven's unit dies, he no longer loses Lone Op, which is quite nice. Because he keeps it around, because he's still leading a unit.
While leading a unit, yes.
Yeah. He also gives free Uppy Downy, which is very nice. But then Aethan Sharn. Now, Aethan Sharn makes more sense because he has an ability to give himself free heroic intervention, or I guess it's -1 to heroic intervention.
Yeah, so...
Which means that because heroic intervention gives you fights first now, it's actually not bad.
But generally, you will be fighting after the enemy unit that charged.
Exactly. So unless you want to do that and get like the reduced cost for going into something within 6 inches, which if they're doing that, they probably should have just charged you. But he also does free rapid ingress as well, which I have used as it is quite nice. So Aethan Sharn, still good. Caven Strike, still good. I don't think there's a better or worse one from there, unless you're talking about inside-outside Shadowmark.
Yeah, I agree. For the Space Wolves, is it Logan Grimnar is the best unit?
Logan Grimnar is very, very good. Logan Grimnar is the Terminator, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Why is he 100 points? Why is he the same cost as Sharn and Shrike?
It wouldn't be fair otherwise.
Why?
I can't think of a good reason.
I mean, Space Wolves are like, oh no, Space Wolves are so bad, except I lose against them all the goddamn time, so they're not that bad. Logan Grimnar is very, very good. Also, actually, the other one, Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Obviously, he gives you command points, which is nice, but also he is a spicy boy.
Generally decent generally decent Dreadnought, got to feel no pain.
Yeah, he's deceptively tanky. He's nasty in Overwatch because he does have a decent flamer. He's nasty in melee. Yeah,
you can give him the Hellfrost Cannon, which is strength 6, damage 2.
You just basically keep him in your backfield to get your command points, and then when towards the end of the game you go, oh, by the way, I'm still a deadly man, and then he runs in and punches you to death. So Bjorn is, I think, very, very good.
Yes, I like Bjorn. Good character Dreadnought. And proper boxy Dreadnought as well. The worst unit might be the Wolfen?
Yeah. I think Wolfen are the like half wolfy people,
dog creatures, disgusting werewolves.
Yeah, I don't see them around ever. I think wolf scouts are also weird because they're kind of good, but also scouts just normally exist. So
I don't know if can Space Wolves take regular scouts? I think they can these days.
Yeah, they're in their MFMs though.
Right, so yes, they can.
I think it probably is the Wolfen just because no one uses Wolfen. Everything else is okay.
And also, generally, their face and appearance and disposition, generally, yes. Black Templars,
general vibes.
The vibes are just off.
Yeah. Black Templars, the Emperor's Champion.
Could be.
Why is the Emperor's Champion 90 points?
These Space Marine characters are incredibly cheap.
I mean, why is Helbrecht 110? Why is Grimaldus 100? What did Raven Guard do to GW to make the Raven Guard characters like... The Raven Guard characters are good, but they're not worth 100. And they're the only thing
Maybe
that's
are
really
worth
propping up
I
Shadow
think they are
Mark.
worth 100. I think it's just that these characters are worth more than 100.
Yeah, like Emperor's Champion is just bonkers. Like anytime I played against an Emperor's Champion, I'm like, that thing is terrifying. I want one.
Yeah.
But I'm not racist.
You could have a Judiciar that's similar.
No, Judicious sucks now.
Yeah, the Fight First has really taken a lot of the wind out of the Judiciar.
And
Sword
the fact
Brethren
that it
are
has
also good.
precision doesn't do much now because I can just make precision. For me personally, I can make precision with
Yes,
entire,
for one command point.
melee.
One command point in the Raven Guard version. I think their worst specialist unit is the Crusade Ancient. There's a detachment to get them to work, but really doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting in units with supports, you're probably going with Castellans because they're just good.
Yeah.
So it kind of loses the spot to it. Basically, it's like, would you want to pay 30 points less and get a Crusade Ancient, or would you rather just pay the premium and get a Castellan? And the answer is you want a Castellan.
It's kind of the same with like Dogmata and the Canoness, yeah.
Exactly right. Like there are some leaders which, like the Ancients in Space Marines, I have actually tried to use. Like a Blade Guard Ancient is quite fun because you can go Shadow Mark Talon, give it Blade Driven Deep or whatever it's called now.
Yes.
And then just go, okay, I've got like 14 OC on my home objective and I can stay hidden, so good luck. Well, if you're playing Black Templar, you want to be buffing up like Crusader squads and Sword Brother squads with stuff like Castellans and the other thing, which is somewhere in this list. Marshals? Not Marshals. Yes?
Yeah, Marshals are their captains.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Marshals and Castellans, that's what you want.
For the Dark Angels, is the Lion still the best? I know Fights First isn't all it once was. He's gained mobile.
He's still very good. To be honest, Deathwing Knights are just great.
They're unpleasant to fight against, I know.
They are just nasty. I have heard on the wind, Samael.
He does fly around on the wind.
Him with like Ravenwing Black Knights and I think the command squad. That package seems to be pretty good. He's also 95 points. He's cheaper. Oh my god.
Cheaper than all the other characters.
At least Azrael's like 140. Azrael knows his place. Azrael knows he's good, and you spend the money for him. Obviously, Lion is very expensive. He's only 265. Get out of town.
He's not that expensive for what he does.
No, but at least when I charge Assault Centurions into him, he dies because he's a monster, and I get sustained hits too. And he doesn't get to go, oh, I fight first. I killed 4 of you, and I go, great.
Yeah, well, the Fight First is down now. So probably the Deathwing Terminators.
Deathwing Terminators are... If you're playing Dark Angels, 99 times out of 100, you've got Deathwing Knights because they're
Deathwing Knights. Deathwing Knights, yes. That'll be the one. Yeah, -1 to the damage against them. 4 wound standard.
And yeah, -1 damage. You can make them -1 to wound as well with Wrath of the Rock. Is that the one? Might be the other one.
Yeah, it's almost certainly Wrath of the Rock. That's the only one I've seen Dark Angels players use for quite a while.
Actually, I did math this out. On average, 6 Centurions firing everything into a squad of Deathwing Knights in Wrath of the Rock kills 1.
1, yeah.
1 and like a half. They are very, very tanky. I think the only way you get through them is like massive weight of fire with damage 3, so at least still 2 of them die. Like two successful wounds to a kill.
Yes, because -1 damage and then they've got 4 wounds each.
Yeah, so damage 2 is basically not good. Damage 4 and 3 are basically the same as damage 2 in terms of getting rid of them. So damage 3 is where is that break point, which Centurions, at least when I play them, they always roll 2 for their bloody
the damage, yeah.
Las cannon damage, and therefore that goes down to 1. And the missiles are D3, so basically, unless you're rolling a 3, which goes down to 2, it's just nothing.
It's a squad I generally say, okay, it's fine. You've got that objective. You can stick around there, and I'm going to avoid you.
Yeah, it's a we will handle you later.
If there is a later.
Yeah.
I agree. Then worst unit, I think it's going to be the Dark Talon, which I know is a flyer, but it's especially funny because its whole ability is after moving over units, it causes mortal wounds. And flyers don't move over units anymore.
It's true. Did they not fix that one? I knew they fixed a few of them. I don't think they fixed that one.
I don't know. I'm going to have to check.
Dark Talon Stasis Bomb, they did change it.
Ah, right, okay.
At the end of your opponent's fight phase, select 1 visible enemy unit within 24. That enemy is slowed. Unless it remains stationary, you can do mortal wounds to it and make it slower. So they have made that better.
Oh, now I need to pick a whole new worst unit.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the characters that no one bloody uses.
Could be.
The thing that makes Samael good, by the way, is the fact that he gives his unit mobile. I think that's one of the good things they changed. So he could suddenly just go zoo.
Like, all the bikes just move across the table very quickly.
Yeah. Belial or Ezekiel or Asmodai or Lazarus. One of those is like bad. I don't know which one. One of them's
Lazarus can come back to life. Has an anti-psyker blade, but anti-psyker stuff isn't too bad at the moment.
Yeah, like you kind of want anti-psyker, really, because there's a lot of good psyker out there.
Especially with all these librarians.
Which is also why Librarius Conclave was so good, because obviously Thousand Suns got nerfed, but when Thousand Suns were very, very good, obviously you want Librarians to get the 4-up Feel No Pain.
Yeah. So that's where Ezekiel would come in.
I'm going to look at like the latest, even though this probably hasn't used the new rules, I'm going to just look at the latest Dark Angels list, and whichever one doesn't appear, I'm picking that one. It's not Azrael. Azrael's used all the goddamn time. Azrael.
The Dark Talon is
Lion.
200 points. I think it might still be the Dark Talon.
Azrael. Azrael's definitely like the best. All of the others I've not seen come up once.
Yeah, so it could be Asmodai.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's all of the above, unless I find one of these lists that uses someone that isn't Azrael, the Lion, or Samael. And the answer is no.
Asmodai might actually be worse in some cases than a regular chaplain. Because you don't get the +1 to wound, it's reroll hit rolls.
Well, there you go. Asmodai, you are officially
the worst Dark Angel.
You are the worst Dark Angel, frankly.
Yes, Blood Angels. I think the Sanguinary Guard are probably the best.
Yeah, Sanguinary Guard are good.
They're really fast. They can take damage. They have an invulnerable save. They have a good armor save.
Yeah. I think, pretty much everything in here is good.
The Death Company Marines with bolt rifles.
Death Company with bolt rifles.
They are worse intercessors.
Death Company Marines are jump packs. Great. Especially if you're going something like Rage Cursed Onslaught, then you're just like slaughtering stuff. Death Company Marine with bolt rifles, basically useless.
Yeah, it's there for theme rather than anything else.
What's the difference? Yeah, because there's Death Company Marines with bolt rifles, and the Death Company Marines with jump packs.
Yeah, the Death Company Marines are the firstborn ones.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're not. They're not anymore. They're assault intercessors.
I don't think either of them really see play. I think, the bolt rifle ones are definitely worse.
Jump packs, you can sometimes occasionally get Death Company Marines on foot running at the enemy. But yes.
Yeah.
Bolt rifles, because it's not a combat weapon, it's not a jump pack, it's not really how the Blood Angels want to be.
It's just not to let the blood flow.
Yeah, they can be objective control 0 instead of sticky objectives.
Wow. Great. Any more?
Deathwatch.
Deathwatch.
So the Corvus Black Star might be the worst. It looks cool, it has some decent guns, but it's a very expensive rhino that can fly or hover.
Oh, what did I learn about recently? There's like a souped up Corvus Black Star that's in the lore but not in the rules.
I don't know, my knowledge of the lore generally stops around whenever they start.
Gunship. Like it was described in a book or something, and someone's made a like a concept art that it's basically just a souped up Corvus Black Star. It looks amazing. I'll send you this picture. I want this now. Like, this is the coolest thing ever, and it's in the lore, and I want it, and I want it now. So GW, you get on that, because I will definitely run one. If it's in plastic, because otherwise I'm not bothering, because that's why I don't have like a Thunderhawk. Thunderhawk resin? I assume it is.
Yeah, I don't know. They could have done.
Because I don't want to say that and then have to put my money where my mouth is and get a Thunderhawk gun trip.
Is Thunderhawk plastic?
No, it's resin. It's also £619.
That's right, because they keep making jokes that the Legions Imperialis one is the plastic Thunderhawk.
Now that one that would be my out. That would be my out to get just the small version. It's very cool, the Thunderhawk, but I already have a Stormraven.
Yeah, and I think the Thunderhawk wasn't meant to be a main vehicle. That was the whole thing. It was like a backup in 30k, just for transporting troops. And it has some guns that you can use. Right, other Deathwatch units. Now, a lot of people point at the Decimus kill team and say, well, that's just a bad version of the veterans. That's kind of true because I have locked weapons. However, their frag cannon and heavy bolter are better than the veterans. Their power sword is 4 attacks with sustained hits and damage 2, rather than 3 attacks without any bonuses and damage 1. They're generally alright. I like the Decimus kill team, but I think the Deathwatch veterans may be the best. The Deathwatch Terminators are also very useful. You get 3 Cyclone missiles for a squad of 5. Any of the specialist squads are also good. A Fortis kill team is rather good. It's a lot of lethal hits. You can boost it in many different ways. You've got a Vengor launcher in there.
Yeah, kill teams, isn't it? Still, I never really understood Deathwatch.
There are few that do.
I understand it conceptually, but I was always just like, it's a bit much for me.
The makeup
I'm
of all the
simple
kill
man.
teams does change very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man with simple needs. Corvus Blackstar, you're bad. Get out of my sight.
That's probably it. Right, then adjacent to Space Marines, Grey Knights. Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight is still considered the best, and you absolutely must take it.
I love Nemesis Dread Knights. They're so silly. They're so cool. But they're so dumb. But they're so cool.
Yeah, it's maybe that point of, is it getting too stupid, or is it just the right amount of stupid? I think too stupid.
I think it's the great amount of stupid. I reckon there is a conceptual way that looks that everyone would be on board with. I think it's just the fact that it's kind of like a static thing where he's just like in the middle, just kind of going which makes it a little bit sillier. I think there's a world where everyone loves the Nemesis Dread Knight, not just me, and the other people who love the Nemesis. Basically, if you love the Nemesis Dread Knight, you love the Nemesis Dread Knight. But it looks great, and it does good stuff in the game as well.
Purifiers are also very popular.
But I can never remember the names of all these. It's like any Space Marine squad starting IN. Like these are all.
Oh, I can't be doing with that. This is why I like tactical squads. I know what a tactical squad is.
I can never remember which way around all of the Strike Squad's your basic one.
Yes.
I can never remember which way around the Purgation and Purifiers are. One of them gives you indirect. One of them does something else. And the Interceptors are the melee ones.
They're the teleport ones.
Yeah.
So they're like jump packs, but they're not jump packs.
Yeah.
Purifier squads are good because they have psychic purifying flames that ignore cover. They've all got them. You've got full rerolls to wound.
Yeah.
They've all got a 2+ save. They're only slightly more expensive than a regular Space Marine. They've got a Nemesis Force weapon.
Yeah, that's the one which is like the complete anti. You will be killing infantry with that squad very easily.
Yes. Anti-infantry 2+ with rerolls is going to do that, yeah.
Yeah. The Purgation is the pinning one. Which is the one that gives indirect? One of them used to give indirect. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's the heavy weapon squad. So is that not Purgation? Yeah, the Purgation squad is the heavy fire support squad.
Yeah, they're the ones that can get like. I think you shots like one enemy.
I was thinking like Dominions and Retributors. There's like a special weapon squad, then a heavy weapon squad, but it's all the same squad. Yeah, so Purgation squad is the one that I think used to have.
Yeah, it used to be indirect, and now it's just you subtract move and subtract from charge.
Yes.
What's the worst here?
That's what I was thinking. It might have been the Venerable Dreadnought, but it's not awful. You hit something, and then everyone else gets +1 hit to hit rolls. It's okay. It's 140 points. It's a Dreadnought with Deep Strike. Moves 8 inches, whereas other Dreadnoughts sometimes are on 6 inches. Some of the characters maybe, like a...
The Tech Marine I don't see much of.
No.
It's kind of a bit like, you don't really want it to be, like, it doesn't really do much.
Brotherhood Chaplain is reroll charge rolls.
Yeah, but it's Terminator. It's basically a Terminator Chaplain.
Yes.
It's like halfway between a Terminator Chaplain. No, it's just a Terminator Chaplain, I think. Terminator Chaplain.
So you're looking at the Space Marine version.
That one has that's had +1 to wound roll and then 4 at Field of Pain against mortals. So this is just.
This is reroll charge rolls,
instead.
kind of like the Space Marine Captain in Terminator armor.
Yeah, and then you can unbattle shock, which is like
more useful.
Regular... It's like the Jump Chaplain. I think you can do that.
I think any of the chaplains can do that.
Yeah, the chaplains do that. So I mean that's fine.
Might be the Tech Marine then.
Might be a Tech Marine just because like they're 70 points and you could just get something else.
You can repair one of your big knights, but they want to be moving around the board. They want to be teleporting. They don't want to be sitting next to someone recovering 1 wound.
Yeah. What's next?
Imperial Agents?
This is a real army, so it's all bad.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Some people were saying, oh, the Imperial Agents are definitely back. Oh, why are you being so mean, Christian? Why are you not enthusiastic that you got everything apart from 1 at 2 detachment points? You can play them now. Why are you acting like Games Workshop did a series of crimes against your dog? And it's
That's a good
because they're
question.
still not an army.
I mean, I don't know what the problem is. All of the assassin the enhancements got cheaper. You can take that along with any of the others. You can play any force disposition. You got some buffs in terms of like 10 points here and there.
Yes,
you know,
it's a slight improvement. This is probably where they should have been a month ago.
look,
And they're still behind everyone else. I'll do a video about it.
They paid attention to you. That's the thing.
Wow.
The thing that they've shown.
Senpai noticed me.
The thing that they've shown is that they have remembered that Imperial Agents exist for now, and therefore you can't complain about anything that's not allowed.
Right.
That's the rules.
Not all of the many bad things that still exist around the faction. It's just that they're aware of our existence.
Yeah, they have seen you and gone, we see you, Imperial Agents players, all 6 of you.
We see you.
We see you.
You are seen.
And you have to hold, you can't complain, you have to hold on to that glimmer of hope that you might be real one day, you might be a real boy one day. Mm-hmm. If you just dream big enough, maybe Imperial Agents will become real. So you just have to hold that in your heart. And if you complain, they will make sure definitely not to make it real. So,
but then I lose the challenge of playing the army, which was part of the reason to play them.
Exactly. This is you can't complain about it being bad because it's specifically designed for people like you who want a challenge and want to be counterculture. So the fact that they are still bad is the whole point.
It's a good mix of lots of different bits. I get to play Deathwatch, and I get to play Sisters, and I get to play with a bunch of kill teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like you're being really, like just way too greedy, and you're being punished for it, as so you should.
I see.
Imperial Agents players.
You mentioned that the points went down on the Assassin's enhancements. That's only in the PDF. On the app, 3 of the Assassins still have the increased points. So you're looking at 125 points for a Caluxus and 150 something for a Vindicare. And it shouldn't be that.
They didn't expect you to actually build a list. They updated the PDF going, hey, look, this is the thing. And everyone's gone, hell yeah. But they were like, oh, wait, no, you actually tried to build a list? Don't be stupid.
Wow, what are you doing? Their best
doing?
Units are either the Calidus, because of the ability to leave the board, including fall back and then leave the board, and then come back next turn, including in turn 1. Very, very cool. I'm still partial to the Caluxus, and other people, the 5 other people who play Imperial Agents are like, are you sure, Christian? Are you sure you don't want the Calidus and not the Caluxus? But I like being able to deep strike 6 inches away, and I like being anti-psycho, which is very good in the game right now.
Yes. The Calidus, the Calidus is good because it's used also outside of Imperial Agents. Basically,
yes.
if you've heard of an Imperial Agents thing, you're not an Imperial Agents player, it's probably good. Calidus Assassin and Inquisitor Draxus are 2 of the ones that appear outside of the realms of Imperial Agents, so
sometimes
they've got to be good.
Greyfax also good for anti-psycho.
Sometimes Greyfax, just if you want a bit of
Yuri,
bit of that lesbian flair in there.
It could be bi. We don't know.
It could be. You're not wrong.
They're willing to do a lot more stuff. If you've seen episode 2 of the new Ghost in the Shell, you know they're willing to slightly push boundaries.
It's true. I don't watch TV.
Okay.
But yeah, the point being that there's some good stuff in here. What's the worst? Let's talk about what's bad about Imperial Agents apart from
There's
everything.
Quite a few, because a lot of the units are very similar to other units. It might be the Adeptus Arbiter's Vigilant Squad, because maybe you just want Battle Sisters or Navy Breaches instead. Or maybe it's the Exaction Squad, because maybe you want any other kind of police officer.
I'm going to go with Minister and Priest, because now that it's become a support, it's no longer an option for if I want to do my 36 Centurions. So that makes it bad.
Right, okay.
But also, I can't do 36 Centurions anymore anyway, because there are literally no characters I can take with that list. So
their points went up so much.
Yeah, even without their points going up right now, 50 points is not enough to find any character that works, which is a shame.
Ah, yes, and the points on all of these people are increased as allies. Of course, I forgot that.
Yes.
Mostly increased. The Deathwatch is still the same.
Yeah. But yeah, the Croyle is cool, but I feel like he's that one. He's the one. He's that character that you're gonna take and go. He's not very good until the one time he just absolutely goes insane, and then you're like, I want him in my list, but he's probably. I mean, and he looks cool. He's definitely not the worst, but he's definitely not the best.
Yeah. Okay. So well done. You've identified a middle ground character in a video. Identified the best and worst.
I just think he's cool.
Right.
No, I'm trying to meet you on some level and talk about Imperial Agents, okay? Even though I know it's not real. I'm just humoring you. Yes, Christian, Imperial Agents is really not a figment of your imagination. But just like me, I'm actually am a real person and not just a figment of your imagination. You're not just recording this on your own, arguing with your own.
Before I go to my second channel where I pretend to be someone called Paul who's bad at stuff and review people's piles of shame.
Yeah, that you do in your own head because I'm not real. Like anyone who believes I'm real I'm everyone's manifestation of their inner demons, including my own.
Do you want to talk about Chaos Demons?
Let's do it. Speaking of inner demons,
I'm really not sure which one's the best and worst. Because again, I see the demons taken in like Thousand Suns or World Eaters. Yeah,
I mean they've got play. Like I think Scintillator Legion got worse, but it used to take a lot of that kind of stuff, or Poo Legion, which was lots of great unclean ones. I mean, the
Beast of Nurgles are also really good. They've been so annoying since like 9th edition, where if you don't kill them in one go, they get their wounds back.
I mean, the best model in this entire thing has to be Sloppity Bilepiper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sloppity Bilepiper is going to be the best.
It is the best name in all of 40k,
and also its abilities are really, really strong.
Yeah, they are. Sloppity Bilepiper, you are great. We love you, Sloppity Bilepiper. Keep being you.
Then the worst, there's a Skull Altar, but that's fortification.
Skull Cannon, Skull Master, Skull Taker. There's some of them are pretty good. There was one thing I saw here that I've never heard of, which is probably going to make it quite bad. But I literally can't find it now, so that's how bad it was. It literally was potentially a figment of my imagination.
Not a Transweaver or a Torment Bringer.
Was it Karen? Who's Karanak? I don't even know. Oh, that's the dog guy.
Yes. They will complain at the management.
Probably Feculent Gnarl Maul, because
that is another fortification. That's a tree.
Fortification, so it's probably that. Cool name, though. Cool name, still in the fortification.
Yeah, they're probably around the fortifications, unless someone can really try and make them good, but I don't think you can.
Chaos Space Marines?
Chaos Space Marines, very good. I think, unfortunately, the Defiler is still the best one, even with its points value going up so high.
How were they 250 when they came out? It's insane. There's a reason that there were 19 Defilers in the top 16 at the Birmingham Open. Yeah,
it was definitely a, hey, come and buy this new model, this really big, expensive model.
I think it was basically just a case of like, oh, it's still a big Defiler, but we made it walk through walls and removed its like one weakness. Whoops.
Yep.
Oh well. Defilers are still very good. I think
330 points for arguably its best version of 315 because the Scourge is good.
Yeah.
Flail.
So Defilers. Hey, at least if you bought a Defiler, they're not useless. That's the main thing.
People bringing out their old Defiler models. I never liked the Defiler. I'm not a big fan of the new ones so much either, but I didn't like the old one. I thought they were weird, and it was, 40k is getting too big. The models, the scale creep, and, well, the size of the things we're taking.
I feel like there has not been we disagree on a lot of the way that models look. I loved the old Defiler when it came out as a kid. I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And the new Defiler is also awesome.
Big crab creature.
But I'm an
infantry fan. Hence Imperial Agents.
You like infantry because,
they've got people, they've got stories, and they've got names, maybe.
That's stupid. I want Core Lord of Skulls. I want big, stupid-looking robot thing that's going to punch you in the head because it's funny. That's why I love Centurions.
They're so expensive to buy.
That's why I love Centurions, and I don't read because I am a simple, stupid, brutish idiot of a man, and I just like. I might as well be an orc, frankly.
You don't play.
Would you guess that my favorite orc model is the Stomper?
Yes, I did. It was either going to be that or Mega Nobs.
Yeah. Anyway,
right. Worst unit for Chaos. Arguably the Felgor Beastmen. They can come on a turn earlier from reserves, but they're not doing too much for 60 points.
Helldrakes specifically in Chaos Space Marines, I still don't think are very good.
They can charge into combat now, and they've got an okay flamer.
Yeah. The thing is that, they've got an okay flamer. It's like, they're anti-fly 2+. Yeah, but they've got 5 attacks, so you're killing minimum 5. So if you go to 10
5.
JPR, 10 Vanguard vets, you're killing 5.
All of the
Great.
other stuff, even the new stuff, is all pretty good. Traitor Guardsmen still get seen, even though
Yeah.
cultists may be better.
Yeah. The Noctilith Crown, if we want to cheat and go with another fortification. Yeah, I think to be fair, like Scale Space Marines, they obviously got hit with a lot of nerfs, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
And their Space Marines,
And-
there's so many options.
Yeah, we love options.
Something isn't great, something that's next to it, but almost the same in any category, not just the light infantry category like Imperial Agents. Yeah, they've got options.
Yeah. Speaking of, though, I'd like to go to transition to Thousand Sons, because Thousand Sons don't have that many options and got nerfed. But I always find Thousand Sons of that army that it does not matter how hard you nerf them, someone's going to find some weird trick with them. Like, even when they were thought about like being one of the worst armies, some people were still winning with them because they have such weird stuff you can do.
Yeah, psychic shenanigans.
It's that psychic shenanigans stuff, especially now that psychic is actually a thing that exists and actually does something.
In a way. Yeah, it does something, yes.
The main thing is it does something.
It ignores your, oh yes, I'm so crippled. I'm -1 to hit. Nope. I'm psychic.
Yeah.
Psychic attacks on this.
And I still think the best unit for Thousand Sons, apart from maybe Magnus, is the Scarab Cult Terminators. They're just so good.
Yes.
Even with their nerfs, they're just incredibly strong.
I've fought them a lot of times. I'm generally able to beat them, but it depends how many there are. If there's a unit of 10, I can cope. If there's 2 units of 10, I'm not coping.
Yep. Like 2 units of 10 in Rubricai phalanx is just a nightmare. Anytime, because they are very tanky, they're very deadly.
Yep.
Because obviously they
They get around the board.
They get around the board. If you're in Rubricai, you're super tanky. If you're in Grand Coven, you can make them psychic, which means they're ignoring everything. With a sorcerer, they are lethal hits. They can point to something and make it +1 to hit, I think, and then you can also get the rerolls from the spell and then the AP. So you have AP 4 bolters ignoring shit. It's wild how good Scarab Cult Terminators can get, and I think that's why Thousand Sons remain good, is because you can take their good stuff and just make them insane, but you have to be very, very specific in how you do it, because the problem with it is very, very expensive. It's 385 points for the 10 models, and you kind of always want to have it with a sorcerer and terminator armor, which is another 95 plus an enhancement. So they are 500 point bricks that you are throwing around. So you have to make them work.
You can't really get around them. They're going to take an objective and do a lot of damage.
Especially like Rubricai, you shoot them, they just shoot you back. If they just go, oh, you killed one guy, I'm going to make it the sorcerer, and now you're dead. They're still good in melee.
A unit champion sorcerer, yeah.
Yeah, they have the Soul Reaper cannons, which are great. They have the Hellfire missiles, which are great. Again, all of that can be like AP4. Rubrics are similar in terms of like being very, very good. But I just think the Scarab Cults are better, obviously for the premium, right? Like Rubrics for their price are still very, very strong. Like you can do a lot of stuff with basic Rubrics, especially with flamers. Even the bolters, like you can do really well with, and just having this, even just having the
good armor penetration bolters.
Yeah.
Even against tanks and things, you'll roll enough 6s.
Exactly right. But yeah, those Scarab Cults are very, very nice.
Their weakest unit, I think, is their version of the Hellbrute.
Yeah, I mean, trying to think what else it could be, because this is one of the ones where I think Helldrakes are quite good because they have the extra AP. So Helldrakes are actually better in Thousand Sons. All the versions of Zangors are pretty good.
Surprisingly so. We know how much you love Zangors.
Oh yeah, I love Zangors, me. I mean, the Sorcerer, I see Exalted Sorcerers way more than regular Sorcerers, but yeah, the Hellbrute, probably Hellbrute. Hellbrute. I do want a Psychic Dreadnought GW. Make that so.
What, like the one that the Blood Angels have that's in Legends?
Yeah. Like why? Like that's the what? Like it makes so much sense for Thousand Sons having Psychic Dreadnought, or some sort of like that kind of size.
Psychic Contempted Dreadnought, old Psychic Contempted. Yeah.
Yeah, just make that a thing. Hopefully that'll be the next release. Hopefully it's not like a Infernal Master. I mean, the Infernal Master's cool, and the Second Eye Robots were cool, but they're not standout. I want a standout thing this time.
You want something big and stompy that also is psychic.
Yes. Look,
and I'm thinking, hey, maybe they could expand their infantry range a bit.
Yeah, no, they don't need that. Like honestly, you can play the most basic Thousand Sons gaming of just take Magnus, loads of rubrics, loads of Scarab cults, characters in all of them. That is Thousand Sons. You are done. Like you can play. That is a decent list. No tricks, no fuss. Well, lots of tricks, but no fuss.
Yeah,
Just
so many
straight
tricks.
up, Magnus is going to slap you in the face because that is his job. That's a fun list. I just want that kind of like extra bit. Like I love the Mutalith Vortex piece as well. Great model, just awesome thing. But I want
I weird. I never liked it when it came out.
I love the Mutalith Vortex piece. It's fun.
World Eaters, if we're going and jumping and slapping people in the face.
Let's slap people in the face with World Eaters. This is the cheapest defiler, but
it's still very good. I know it's hitting on 4s, but with the World Eaters, a surprising amount of their shooting is decent. Like the Forge Fiend, the Defiler, they're Land Raiders. Sure, they're hitting on 4s, but they have like rapid fire las cannons.
Does anyone use the Master of Executions?
They do get played quite a bit.
Do they?
It's a useful boost. It's a decent combat character for 60 points.
Yeah. I know the Hellbrute's pretty good, because the Hellbrute's the one that can just like keep punching forever.
Yes. I don't have problems with Hellbrutes, because as long as I've got melter weapons, I can take out its 8 wounds in one go.
Yeah, but it's not the worst, at least. I don't think anyone's probably using the Helldrake.
Their Helldrake? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but we've kind of already can't pick Helldrake all the time. But it probably is the Helldrake, because unfortunately, like everything else is pretty decent.
They've got good Chaos Rhinos. Their 8-bound and Exalted 8-bound are really nice. Picking the best unit?
Best is tricky, I think. The Terminator's got buffed, but I don't think anyone really uses them. There is obviously that Terminator.
Because you've got Exalted 8-bound.
Yeah, you just got the 8-bound.
Which I think might be the best unit.
The Core Berserkers are pretty good as well. I like the Core Berserkers.
Yes.
But yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, their Forge Fiends are insane.
I know.
It's one of the weird ones when I think it was when their Codex came out. Like, the thing that was like ever present was the Forge Fiends. Like this melee army, and I was like, no, Forge Fiends are insane because they are genuinely very, very good.
3d3 plus 3 shots with blast at strength 10 minus 3 damage 3. It can take out infantry. It can take out vehicles. You get to reroll all the hit rolls.
They're also giant, cool monsters.
They're also giant monsters. Yes.
Giant zombie monster.
I'll take Core Berserkers are the best. They're in all the lists as well because they are a good staple.
There's a lot of ways you can use them as well. Like
yes, in transports, on foot,
they basically work in everything.
Whatever detachment you're in, they work. Slanesh's stuff with the Emperor's Children might be a bit different. For Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the what's the infiltrating guys? Tormentors or the Infractors? I can't remember which one.
I think I'm gonna guess Infractors because it has the word in there. I'm gonna guess
infiltrate.
They infiltrate. They infract, as it were.
No, Infractors are the scouts with the swords.
I've been had.
The Tormentors are the really good ones. They've got precision melter guns. They've got infiltrators. They've got objective secured.
Yeah, they're good. Noise Marines are good.
Pretty good. I still think the Tormentors are going to be the best. They're so versatile for an infiltrate and then do a lot. They're assassins. They're perfectly fine as Chaos Space Marines.
Yep.
They've got advance and charge. Is that you're going to be your faction rule?
Yeah, they're very good. Although I see Infractors a lot as well. You kind of see both. Unfortunately, it might be Fulgrim as the worst.
Maybe he's got mobile now.
But he's got some good stuff in there. Like maybe the regular sorcerer. Is anyone using them? Really?
I think it's there. Yes, they are because again, it's the -1 to be hit stuff. It's the Demon Prince of Slanesh.
Oh, the wingless one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you've got a gun, but you've got a sweep attack, which is loads of attacks at AP 0. I think I've been hit by that and I lost like 1 sister.
Yeah, the wing one is... That's again the thing. It's like, if you're having a Demon Prince, just get the one with wings. It's worth the extra points.
It's quite a few extra points, but yes.
It is, but yeah. But I mean, there was a reason that a lot of lists were just running 3 Demon Princes with wings, because they were really good. Although sometimes you saw like 1 Demon Prince without wings. Because they can get lone up, right?
Yes, if they're within 3 inches of another Slanesh infantry. So you can run like a cultist group, but I think that's more common for like.
It was kind of play where you would basically just leave them like in the middle and go, okay, you have to get within 12, and if you do, I'm still quite fast and can stab you, as can my entire army. So you know, because you don't really want to get that close to Emperor's Children.
Well, they're going to get close to you anyway. 10-inch move on
they want to
them.
get close to you. So if they're just like, You're that close to me, and currently I'm right in your face. Like, I think the actual Demon Prince of Slaanesh is fine, but it's probably the worst. Like, because I don't think anything else is.
The spawn get taken, terminates get taken. We can't say the Helldrake for all of them.
But the problem with the Helldrake is it's so goddamn cool. It's one of the coolest models ever, and it's just so bad.
You could argue for some of the like demon stuff, but again, that feels like
you kind of then have
to
evaluate that within their detachment, right? So
yeah. Okay, that'll do. That'll do for Emperor's Children.
Yeah, we made some decisions.
Death Guard's the last Chaos one. There's no Sloppity Bile Piper
again, right? No Sloppity Bile Piper. Absolute state.
Or do they? I'm sure they don't get a Sloppity Bile Piper. They might do in their demon.
It's Nurglings, Plague Bearers, Plague Drones, Rotigus, Great One, and Beasts.
Yeah, absolute lack of Sloppity Bile Piper.
Yeah, Death Shroud Terminators are quintessential Death Guard.
I've got them down as the best unit.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they're just...
It's the 6-inch teleport so that they can charge afterwards, so they've got a 7-inch charge to make. They've got a decent gauntlet, which is anti-infantry and auto hits. They've got versatile big scythes, which are lethal hits regardless.
Yeah.
Toughness 7. They're pretty awful.
Is it that they don't even get a Helldrake? That's how bad they are. Can't even have a Helldrake. No Helldrake allowed.
Their rhinos see use. Their bloat drones see use. It's going to be one of the characters. They have a lot of characters.
Yeah, it's probably a bad character in there. Icon Bearer, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it might be the Icon Bearer.
And the Plague Burst Crawlers
all of the other characters you've got.
Plague Burst Crawlers used to be very, very good, but I don't see them as much anymore. Maybe I've just not been looking.
They're still good because it's artillery.
Yeah, it's not artillery, but there was a time where they were just like nutso, and they're less nutso.
There's more detachments now. I think it was especially in the Index. They were these are really, really good.
Yeah, like character-wise, the Tallyman is great.
Yep. So the Icon Bearer may be the worst.
Like I'm basically going through Death Guard lists to see decent Death Guard lists, although there haven't actually been that many. I don't think many people are playing Death Guard, but I'm not seeing any Plague Burst Crawlers. And I think that's probably because everyone's just taking Defilers instead. It's such a cool thing, but it's just not being used, which is a real shame.
It might have been outshone for the number of points extra. It's still quite a few more points to go up to a Defiler. It's another 100 points.
But I guess rather than taking like 2 Plague Burst Crawlers, you take 1 Defiler and it kind of does its job there, and then you could take something else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's about right. That's probably what's happening. Icon Bearer I'm still going to put as the worst one, because you don't need that many more objective control. If you want more objective control, you throw zombies onto the point.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all the Chaos things.
Xenos time!
Xenos time! Genestealer Cult time!
Yeah, alright, off you go.
Okay. Well, the best unit is still the Ridge Runner. It's the unit that makes the rest of the army work. You hit something with the Ridge Runner, the rest of the army gets -1 armor penetration on all of their attacks, extra, and that lasts throughout the entire turn. So it is the shooting phase, and it is the combat phase. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a Host of Ascension shooty list, or you're doing a very big, murder, squishy, kill everything with big hammers and pure strain Genestealers list. That's what you want, the Ridge Runner. And it has a good mining laser. Or mortar. I think I'm going more with the mining laser because the indirect mortar need line of sight, and then you're hitting on 4s. If you haven't got that line of sight right away, like you're hiding the other side of terrain, that's where hitting on a 6 is not good. So I go with the mining laser. But yes, absolutely, Ridge Runners are the best. The pure strain Genestealers have also gotten very good with the Mark of the Star Children to give them toughness 5 and a lot more besides. I would even put that on like a small unit of 5 pure strain Genestealers, because when you bring them back, they have their upgrades as far as I know.
Oh, nice, that's cool.
Then the worst unit's going to be the Clamorous by concept. There's not that much need for deep strike denial of 12 inches. Some people are completely abandoning their home objective when they're playing. Because there's one like secondary mission. You can get like argue 2 secondary missions about taking your opponent's home objective. And you need deep striking things there, or you've got like 50 points to spend elsewhere.
With deep strike, like with your home objective stuff, if you get like defend stronghold, you can just do it later. You can just hold on to it. You don't have to do it straight away.
Exactly.
And there's like some of the taken hold ones require you holding your home. Like taken hold versus taken hold, you get extra points if you hold it. It's basically linchpin from 10th.
I would call it taken hold from like 5th edition. You want to hold your home objective and take the enemy home objective. When they used to be like
most of our audience, Grandad, probably remember 10th, not 5th. So
Okay.
We can't all be in the ages of floppy disks the size of your head and VHSs, and when bugs were bugs because there were actual physical bugs that went into the printing press. You know, we live in a modern age with double-digit edition numbers.
Okay. Fine. I thought you were going to talk about bugs. Like, oh yeah, in the 90s, before widespread pesticides, there was a lot more bugs in summer. Now there isn't. So I'm in a totally different decade.
No, I mean, to be fair, my decade was even earlier because that was about when bugs were actually like. That's why they're called bugs in computer programming.
You do computer things, though. Your computer things are different to my computer things.
I am a computer.
Look at you being all two-dimensional.
Yeah, the Kelemorph is the best.
No, the Kelemorph isn't that good.
He has 3 guns and no shits to give.
Dies so quickly. Cannot infiltrate. Cannot do things that other very similar characters can.
He has, as the kids say, infinite aura, and therefore he's the same as the Hexmark Destroyer in the fact that if you've got more than 2 guns, you're cool. You're a cool guy, and I want you in my list.
Yeah, no. It's having lone operative at 12 inches, and if enemies get within 8 inches, then he can move away from them.
Hey, that props up the combi lieutenant. He's a 60-point tax. I'd be happy to play.
Okay, just so you know, there's a slight increase in points, and you can have a Reductus Saboteur who blows people up when they move within 8 inches.
Yeah, but does she have 3 guns?
Yes, she does.
Oh, well, there you go. Actually, okay, she's cool.
Because she's got a demolition charge that hits on a 3+.
No, she's not holding 3 guns. She's holding the demolition button and like another thing. Like,
and there's remote explosives, and there's an auto pistol, but you can't fire that at the same time.
If she had 4 arms and was juggling grenades, I'd be all about it.
She has 3 arms and she's juggling grenades because there's primed and ready to get grenades/explosives for free, and then there's remote explosives, and there's the demolition charge.
If she was a giant stompy robot, I'd be all about it, right?
Big stompy robot bomb mine creature, right?
Yeah.
They don't really do big things when we're being stealthy as the Genestealer Cult. It's all about the individual infantry characters.
Yeah, it's because they're cowards. Raven Guards.
Absolutely.
Stompy Centurion self. All about it.
Right.
Speaking of being very silly.
The parents of the Tyranids. We do the Tyranids.
Yes. Speaking of being the Tyranids.
I think the Biovore is the best unit.
Yes, that's the one that pumps out the mines, right? That's
you drop spore mines. They can not do actions, they can't hold objectives, but they can do secondary mission things. On primary mission things, you need to have someone in every table quarter. Boom, there's a mine. I've got that table quarter.
They can also stop you advancing, and and also deep striking near them. They're just a nightmare for ball control. They're so good.
Yes.
It's actually the best unit, which is the Venom Thropes, because they have a 6-foot aura, which apparently has now been changed in the PDF, but not on the app.
Yes, everything it gets stealth.
So it's a 6-foot aura of stealth, which is
that
just
should
funny.
Cover the board table corner to table corner.
I mean, it covers your board and half of the board next to you. It's very silly. I love it. Obviously, it's meant to be 6 inches, and it was a very funny typo. There was a rule somewhere that said like, I think it was like it said like something like he does something, and I was like, if you're a female Tyranid player out there, go to a tournament and argue that you have a 6-foot aura, and also that rule doesn't apply to you. But I can't remember what the rule was. It's just a shame, but it was very funny. I think it was an FAQ. It's very much, there's nowhere in the rules that say dogs can't play basketball, but
right.
Yeah, the Biovore is a menace because it just sits at the back and just goes ball control, ball control, ball control.
Yeah,
and you have to waste something to get rid of it, like to get rid of the spore mines.
And if you only commit like a couple of bolter shots, what if your old ones? What if you miss? You need to commit more than that, just to be sure.
Yeah. So the Norns are also good.
Yeah, they have their own detachment to be even better and do their singular purpose a second time. It's like not a singular purpose at all.
It's a singular purpose. I mean, you can have a singular purpose if you do twice. Like, my singular purpose is to make everyone miserable. But if everyone gets happy again, I have to make them miserable. That's still my singular purpose.
You achieved your singular purpose, and then you got the same purpose again later.
Yeah, if my purpose is to make guard players angry, I put them in A tier. But once they actually get to A tier, then I have to make them angry and put them in D tier. That's still my singular purpose. It's just I have to do it again. You You gotta keep it. It's less that it's a singular purpose. It's more like it's a long-term commitment. Like it's not a one and done thing. You have to maintain. I think
Right.
that's what the Norns are really good at, is maintaining their singular purpose.
Then for bad units, pyrovores are quite expensive, and well, expensive to buy as well.
Mm.
The Hormigants are also very easy to kill, quite a few points, and generally Termagants are better because they have a reactive move.
Yeah.
The Mucoloid spores are not as good as spore mines, although you wouldn't take spore mines by themselves.
Yeah, I think maybe
55
spore
points
mines
for
on
3.
their own as a unit is probably the worst, because why would you do such a thing?
Yeah, for 55 points, you could get 3 Venom Thropes.
Yeah. Madness.
Or 3
to
Von Rhind Leapers.
Yeah, that's a madness thing. I think that's by far the worst. Is the Helldrake, though? No, there's no Helldrake.
They do have a... Oh, what's it called? Harpy?
The Harpy. That's the Harpies. Which is the big flying one? Is that the Haradrim?
Yes,
Haradrim?
Harridan.
610 points. Good lord, Haradrim.
Old and big and nasty. Okay, that's the Tyranids. Orc boys for orcs? I'm not sure between Orc boys and Gretchen.
I mean, Gaz is also just a nasty lad.
But there's a lot of lists will skip out on Gazgul for many things, depending on the theme. Orc boys are always there.
Is it Flash? It's either Flash Kits or it might be Looters.
Yeah.
There's a funny joke about one of them, which is they ignore cover because they hit on 6s regardless.
Yes, that's the Looters. They have a 6+.
Very funny. I mean, to be fair, like, best unit, obviously the Stomper, which is now 600 points, which is
Has it
fantastic.
gone down?
No, well, it went down at the start of 11th.
Right.
But for your first one, it's 600, and then anymore, it's 700. So you can't quite have a full army of Stompers yet. They have flyers. They have the big head bus bunker. We're talking bad, but good ones. Yeah, boys are just very, very good. But there's a lot of good stuff in
Gretchen appear all the time because they're useful for holding objectives. Roll a 4, you get a command point.
You just put them in the list because they're cheap and they do exactly what you need them to do.
Yep.
Death Copters are very, very good if you're going speed freaks.
Good missiles or decent missiles. I've seen them do a lot of damage.
Like I think anyone who goes cult speed is usually got like 3 lots of 6 Death Copters, because they're also pretty cheap for 640 points for quite a lot of damage. There's a lot to like with Orcs. Orcs are cool.
They're very versatile.
They also have the second best name in the game with it's Boomdakka Snazwagon.
It's a fun thing to say. Boomdakka Snazwagon.
Boomdakka Snazwagon, which is just... It's almost as good as Sloppity Barpiper. I change my opinion sometimes. I think Boomdakka Snazwagon is like... It's the same tier, at least.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a unit that's bad, and all of them are very workable.
Gargantuan Squigoth?
It's not bad. It's done. I've fought Gargantuan Squigoths before, several times.
I'm sure one of the planes is probably bad. I know one of them is really good, but then the other one's probably bad.
Yes. Like the Wazbomb Blaster Jet is not the best one.
I think we can just agree, because Orcs are the best. They're all the best. There's no worst.
Right.
And all players would agree with me.
Right. Which one do you want to do? Dark Eldar, Necrons, Votann, or Tau?
Let's go Drukhari, because that is something I know, kind of.
Righto.
I say, and then I go, Scourges with heavy weapons are still very, very, very good.
Are Scourges without heavy weapons still useful?
Yeah. When they split them up, they actually both became very useful for their own use cases, which is quite cool.
Good.
Which I quite like. Obviously the Raiders and Venoms are everywhere. Cabalites are everywhere.
Absolutely. Even the Hand of the Archon, I've seen and used the Hand of the Archon.
Very good. Witches are good. All their named characters are good.
Incubi gets use.
Incubi are good. Succubi are good. Rax. It's probably the homuncular side. The Talus and Kronos are still good. I think Rax are probably the worst. Maybe the Razor Wing Jetfighter, but we keep using flyers and that's cheating.
Rax are probably where it falls down. And the homuncular side is the least supported of the 3.
Yeah, which is a shame. But the rest of it is really quite good. Reavers are good. Ravagers are good. Hellions are good. Like, you can't really go wrong with Drukhari.
And even if you unit choices, it's a lot of the play style is where you'll go wrong. Oh, I just run at the enemy. No.
Yeah, they're definitely the glassiest of glass cannons.
Oh, absolutely. They take whatever Eldar is and then go even more extreme, even faster, but even more breakable.
Yeah, which is fun. So there's a lot of very, very good stuff. I think the best, your best is probably going to be like, to be fair, actually, the best is probably Lilith, because she, like, take what I said about James R and times it by 10, because Lilith is the blenderiest of blenders. And not only is she a blender, she can run like 30 inches across the board to get to you.
It's absurd, yes. And all of the witch cult stratagems will work on her and abilities and combat drugs and all that.
Yeah, so she, like, the first time I played against her, she got out of a raider from behind the wall in their deployment zone and killed me on my board edge. And I was like, oh, good, great. And it wasn't the fact that it was Lilith and 10 witches, because Lilith killed the entire squad by herself.
The witches are just
and
there to
like,
take
okay,
bullets.
Shrike now has 60 witch attacks. I went, I'm not going to make you roll 60 witch attacks against Shrike. He is definitely dead. Yes, Lilith killed 10 Vanguard vets on her own.
Yeah, I agree that Lilith is very, very nasty.
She is mean. How
many points is she? 80 points. Very affordable for 80 points.
Yep. Yep, because then the 10 witches on top are 90. So that's 170 points. You put them in a raider, which you're going to be taking anyway.
There's enough cover maybe around the board that you might be able to get around without it.
Because what happened when I played against her, obviously, she got in there with the witches. I think, okay, witches die to a stiff breeze.
Yep.
But she just kept passing them 4-up invulns. And I was like, cool, she's alive. Oh, she's killed again. She's Bob Mortimer. She will kill again.
You need concentrated, like lots of auto gun. Well, you need to shoot them, generally. Yeah. Any amount of shooting will take them out.
Yeah. The second time I played against them, I basically tailed my opponent, but the problem is that
Lilith was still there killing everything?
He'd taken out everything apart my Centurions by the end of turn 2.
Yeah,
so the Centurions could definitely kill the rest of his army, but then do nothing. And I went, oh.
This is why we do not take Centurions, everyone.
No, the reason you don't take Centurions is because you're a coward.
There are many reasons to not take Centurions.
Centurions are still good. Centurions are genuinely still good. I think both assaults and devs still have play. You just the main thing with them is they're not good on their own. You need support.
And you need to have detachment
devs,
support, yeah.
Or vehicles for assaults.
Like land raiders.
Or like advanced charge for assaults, if you can then rapid ingress them. Very, very nice. Uppy downy is always going to be good for them. Which is why Orbital Strike is not good for devs, because yes, you can put them down anywhere.
But you can't take them up.
But
they get one go.
I was looking at a list which was it was 3 Land Raider Redeemers, each with 3 Assault Centurions in each, and then give the Deep Strike to the Land Raider Redeemers, just go blonk, blonk, blonk right in the middle and just go, here you go. Take that out. It is like 1,500 points. So it does.
Not
you can't
much
do it
left
2
in the list. Yeah, 2 might have been enough.
2 might work. Or like you do the Land Raider thing, and then you have a 6 squad of Assault Centurions as well to round it out, and then it might be quite good. So there's play there.
Do you not want anything to do maybe actions just in case secondary missions hold an objective?
Well, there's like 2. There's 2 actions, and you can discard one if you got the other, and I can just ignore them and then just kill you and then do it later.
Right. Okay then.
You know, there's. I feel like with this edition at the moment, like every time I play again, I'm like, I really don't need to have all these action monkeys. They're just not.
Absolutely not. Unless you're doing something that is like, I need to do 3 or 4 actions at once because I'm disruption.
Yeah, and at the moment it's like I've been playing like even recon with some of the recon missions. You don't need it.
No, some of them you have no secondary mission actions to do, primary mission actions to do.
And then one of them you can only do 1 per turn.
Yes.
So it's like great, don't need that many. But yeah, obviously they're fun. But Drukhari is still very, very good. Like I think there's pretty much everything here in the Codex is good, apart from like Racks. And the only reason Racks are bad is because everything else is so much better.
It's very much relative to witches.
Yeah, it's all a relative thing. Racks are still pretty good. It's just they're not
tough,
optimal.
Which they
Mandrakes are still great.
Are trying to do. Yeah, Mandrakes are good. Very nasty.
All right, where do you want to go next?
Well, now we've established that Centurions are not the best Space Marine unit. How about the Necrons?
Hell yeah, the best Necron unit is the Heldrick. No, never mind.
I have an honourable mention for the Necrons, which is in Legends. It's the Tomb Citadel Walls. It is 2 foot square. It is 180 points. You fit as much of it as you can onto the table. And it is an enemy unit, so you cannot come like within 2 inches of it unless you're charging it. It has 8-inch deep strike denial. Friendly units can end their move on it. Enemies can't. It is 50 wounds.
Maybe that's what. That's the one I'm thinking. Is that the one you can stick the monolith on?
Yes, you can, and then it gets heavy.
Yeah, they're fun. That's very silly.
And you can draw line of sight from its guns from anywhere on the model. It's 11th edition.
Yeah. But in not Insano land.
Yeah, because this is the awkward thing of like, hang on, I need to put as much of my model on the table as I can. Whereas in previous editions, you put fortifications down first, then built the battlefield around it.
Yeah.
Or you removed a piece of terrain that was there and put on your own fortification. Yeah. Yes, in normal land, Necron warriors have been doing well. Necron immortals have been doing well. Catan are still very good. Void Dragon or Nightbringer. Nightbringer might be better.
The Deceiver is one of those ones which just annoys me because it's a 14 mil base. Like, why is that thing a 14 mil base? I know it's because it's old, but that should not be jumping around on a 14 mil base.
Does the base size matter for it that much?
It didn't. It used to be more because it was just like it was hard to screen out, and then it could do a lot of things because it used to have because you could give it the Vectora when the Vectora was nasty.
Yeah, doesn't it already have that by default?
Is that not the one that you get it as a bonus when you put it in the Pantheon of Woe?
Oh, no, you might be right.
Yeah, Deceive. Yeah, you get the Vectora, the Singularity Matrix, but it does do. It gives you a redeploy. And it's just a nasty lad. It's got the same power as a regular Catan.
And all of the defense, 16 wounds,
stuff,
toughness
and
11.
It's very good attack, and it's just a very small base that can sneak around, which is the thing that's annoying. Doomsday Arcs, the Locust Destroyers and Heavy Destroyers.
Yeah, they're still quite good.
They're all good. I think maybe the Obelisk might be bad because it's like one of the big lads that doesn't get used.
Yeah, and the death marks also don't get used so much.
Yeah, they used to be in a lot more lists, but I guess they're fallen off a bit.
They're generally overshadowed by, hey, what if I just took some more immortals?
Yeah. Synoptic Wraiths are still fantastic.
Yeah, I still hate them.
Still, anything with 3 up, 4 up, 5 up is just heresy, frankly.
Even aliens can be heretics.
It's true. Yeah, there's a lot to like with Necrons as well. I'm struggling to find like a truly bad thing, with maybe outside of like the Obelisk. Maybe one of the Triarch things like the Stalker, because the Synoptic Reanimator is very good. The Synoptic Doomstalker I think is okay.
It's still a big cannon.
The Triarch Stalker I think is a bit.
Is that underwhelming, relatively? Yeah.
It's cool looking, but it just.
A big walker thing that you think is cool.
But I don't think this one. It's kind of cool looking, but it's not great. It's not the coolest thing.
Still 110
I mean, the problem
points.
is, if you're playing Necrons, you want big, cool things. You've got the Silent King, the big Catans, the Monolith, the Tesseract Vault. Like, you've got
there's no
big,
shortage.
cool-looking stuff.
And
like,
this is medium-sized.
You don't need, like, weird, like, kind of crawly thing. You've got other stuff for that. I love the Scorpax, like Scorpax Destroyers, Locust Destroyers, Ophidian Destroyers. They're all really cool.
Yeah, Ophidian Destroyers that look like the previous Wraiths that I have, the metal ones.
Yeah. Good.
Tau or Votann?
Let's go Tau and then Votann.
Okay. So Tau, I think its Twin Lance is still really, really strong.
Riptides as well are up there. Twin Lance and Riptides. And the Ghost Keel, like they're all.
The Ghost Keel, not for much damage, but it's, hey, you can't shoot me, and I'm going to control this objective, and you're going to have to get really close, and then there's so much else happening.
Yeah, and then Triptide is still very much alive.
Yeah.
Twin Lance is nuts, as it always is.
Twin Lance went up again in points. It's now 220 for the pair, but still, they're really strong. Vespids are decent at their shooting. They're still a great unit to drop in and complete their missions.
Yep, they lost me a game, Vespids, because I bugged it up, so I'm still mad about them. Stealth Battle Suit's still very good.
The worst things may be one of the different Kroot leaders. Like the Lone Spear is definitely good.
I mean, are people really using Ethereals these days?
Potentially.
I feel like I've not seen an ethereal in ages because it's all about the suits. Like I just don't think people are really worried like about ethereal.
I have seen ethereals, but because it's on a 4+, you can generate a command point. Regardless of where you are, you don't need to be on an objective. And models have a 5+ feel no pain. It can be, you can turn an infantry unit into annoying to shift because they've got their -1 to wound me drone, then a 5+ feel no pain.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where it's like, because what you're doing with your infantry is usually keeping them relatively cheap, adding an ethereal. It's a similar vein to like JPIs, where if you want your JPIs in 5-mans to do, kind of that kind of stuff, getting objectives or a bit of skirmishing, you don't want to add a character in to make it super expensive.
And if you did, you'd probably want to switch to Vanguard veterans.
Yeah, ethereals are, 50 points, which isn't that much, but it's 50 extra points you probably don't need to spend.
Yeah, you're using the strike squads to inconvenience people, and you don't need extra survivability on things like breaches.
Yeah,
but looking at the Kroot characters, because I've played against all of them at some point. I have fans of Kroot. I did a big giveaway at one point where I gave away a massive box of Kroot. Lots of people like Kroot.
Yeah, you need to get Ross Tully on the call, because he is the insane Kroot man. Won a lot of stuff at the end of 10th with his all Kroot, just disgusting jail lists. He's using War Shapers, Flesh Shapers, Trail Shapers.
Oh, he's using all the different kinds then. Right, yeah, then we'll say Ethereal is the worst.
So I think if you're fully Krooted up, you're really using...
If you're Krooting, then you're Krooting. You're not skipping any Kroot
You're using the whole
characters.
Kroot. So yeah, I think probably Ethereals, just because you don't need them.
I guess everyone's saying, hey, let's have a proper Tau Civil War, please. And everyone's picking Farsight Enclaves.
All right, last but not least. Definitely not least, because you say they're least, they'll think it's a short joke.
Right, there's very small roster.
Don't say a small roster, come on now.
Oh.
That's a grudge right there, that's a grudge token.
They don't do those anymore, do they?
They do. No, they do yield points now.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean they can't grudge token you in spirit.
I'm seeing the Killman, Bury Thrice Slain. He keeps turning up in lists and is very annoying to get rid of and can do a lot of damage. 5 attacks at strength 12, damage 3, with precision if you so wish.
Yeah. I'm struggling to think, like Votann are, again, a good army because they just have, like, everything's good. I'm trying to think what might not be. It might be.
I'd put down one of the little vehicles, the like Capricious Defender.
Oh yeah, because everyone uses the Capricon Carrier.
Yes.
But no one uses the other one because it's not much point. But
it's the rare thing of they now have like 3 transports that are all very much the same.
Oh, okay. Actually, there was a list here with 2 Capricus Defenders.
All right. Was it a well-performing list?
4 and 1. It's recent.
That is good. That's my average.
Show off.
I wasn't trying to show off. I was saying, that is respectable.
My average is like 2-3, if that.
Well, I'm sorry. I did 5-0 with the last one. That was nothing to be proud of. It was a beginners permitted event. And I thought that would mean there would be some beginners, not that it would be mostly beginners. If anything, the challenge was to not crush them too thoroughly.
Oh, look at you. I at my last tournament, I went 3 and 5.
Well done, Paul. I mean, I'm not going to say anyone is bad at or awful or should quit the game. As long as you're having fun, that's why you should keep playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Grimnir? Is anyone using the Grimnir?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
He's like the wizard, right?
Yeah, he gets used occasionally.
Yeah.
It's decent shooting for 65 points, and you get a feel no pain. And you've got on Battle Shock, which is a lot more popular in this edition.
Yeah, that's true.
What about the combat steeljacks?
Oh, good question. I've immediately looked at a list with the combat steeljacks in it. I know this one has melee and both steeljacks like they get used a lot. Yeah, there's just a lot to like. Because like berserks are really good. You can really swing into berserks. Grimnir is one of the things I'm not seeing because I'm seeing Memnir strategists.
Yeah,
I'm seeing...
absolutely. Even the Iron Master gets used walking around behind the Hecaton land fortresses. Oh, what about the new evaluator guy with the big cannon?
Oh, the Arcanist Evaluator. He's all over the place. People take a couple of him.
Maybe it's just because it's
good.
a new model. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he's I think it's the Arcanist Evaluator that I see a lot. He does silly things because of how his gun works, if I recall. Yeah, because it's
rapid fire 3 shots, damage 3.
You can spend a yield point to get sustained, hits 1.
Yeah, I see why he's going to be used, especially with hazardous tests only being 1 wound in this edition.
Yeah.
So maybe it is indeed the psychic, not psychic guy.
Yeah, the Grimnir. So what does he do? He has psychic stuff, and then
psychic attack.
Yeah, again, here's your problem with it. The problem you have is that his only thing he can lead is the
basic
battle
warriors.
Line. The Harlequin warriors.
I've also seen him just operate alone as a. There's not because you've got your Bury man to go around as a lone operative who also has stealth, who can also kill things, who can also complete actions.
Yeah.
The Grimnir was an alternative.
He turns off a battle shock, but his other thing is he gives the unit he leads a fight with Field of Pain, and because he can only lead Harlequin warriors, again you're going to spend 65 points to get that, which is not what you're using the warriors for.
Yeah.
So it's similar to the Ethereals where they're fine, but you're not spending those points.
I think you're right. That makes sense to me.
And again, we say worst, again, it's relative. Like, he's still decent.
There's no problem with taking them in a list.
Yeah, you could definitely still play with him, but he is like the other ones are there's just better options, right?
No, if anything, you want to save up for the transport to split them.
Yeah, that's closer to a Capricine carrier or a Memnir strategist. Like, they are similar points. So yeah, that's our pick.
There we go. There's not going to be a list of these. In fact, it's not even going to seem definitive as to which one we thought was the best or worst. Yay! Correct. We talked about Warhammer for a bit.
What do you think? Points at screen and points directly at you, viewer, watching right now, who sat through all of this. What do you think? Subscribe to Portis Ballot Stuff right now. Then subscribe to Christian von Carmian, and then tell us what you think. And not just about this. Just let your mind wander. Did you have a good sandwich today? Let us know.
I need to know about sandwiches specifically, because I had beans on toast, but I had it as a sandwich.
I wonder you're an Agents player.
What?